What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live back again. 1/10/2024. There was some breaking news in the Savanah Soto case. Now, I just had woke up, but we are getting back on here. Make sure you hit the like button as you coming in. Make sure you share the stream. I appreciate everybody coming in now. Let's see who we got in here. Hold on. We got Michelle Mouse in the. We need a time limit on call-ins, in my humble opinion. What's going on, Cookie Monster? Welcome. T is running out the studio probably. No, you know, just got it here. But make sure you guys are hitting the like button as you're coming in. Make sure you're hitting the like button. There has been a third arrest on this case. There's been a third arrest made. Mirta Romanos. But we're gonna watch this right here. Breaking news, third arrest in the case. Now, make sure you listen to the details. Here we go. Scoot it up a little bit. Let's get closer. Oh, that's close to the perp walk. Okay.
No, sir. He is way behind me. I'm in the front.
Again, I'm gonna hold off just for a minute before we watch this perp walk. We know who it is, right? But Cookie Monster, hey T-REV, good afternoon. I appreciate you coming by, Cookie Monster. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's loud. Cookie Monster in the building. I'm actually gonna turn that down while you're BSing. I turned that down to 6. That's probably better. Much love. Michelle Mouse says, Cookie Monster, I just saw the cutest homemade Cookie Monster ice cream sandwich. What? What's going on, Queen Widow? Welcome. Queen Widow, Sadie Cats, Thomas. What's going on? Thomas, welcome to the stream. Zonia Pride, welcome to the stream. Regina Wright, you made me jump. Oh, I made you jump. Gypsy in the building. What's going on, Gypsy? Thinkers think. Mama D Gove. Hey, what's going on? Tammy Fletcher, what's going on? Midwest, what's going on? It's nice to see all the familiar faces in here. Again, hit the like button as you're coming in.
Bang.
There has been a third arrest in the case. They just made it. Now, there's some new details emerged, and we're going to check those out together. Ready? Thank you, Buck Cherry Lover. I appreciate it. Gentlemen, we are live. Damn, I'm loud as hell. Mirta.
Romanos. R-O-M-A-N-O-S. Romanos.
M-Y-R-T-A.
Yeah, the first name is Murda. Yeah, that's how I'm getting here.
R-O-M.
Yeah, R-O-M-A-N-O-S.
And it's the mother of the younger suspect.
I'll say it. Can you text him that? One, well, I'll get out here.
Go up a little bit. Come on. All right, here we go. I see. We're good. Close right here. What's going on, Addie? Welcome, Addie, Brenda. There she is. You got the Ozzy Osbourne shirt on. I think she was, to be honest with you, I think she was waiting to get arrested.
Mirta, did you give Christopher your gun? Did you give Christopher your gun to use in this murder? Are you sorry?
Okay, back again.
Excuse me, guys.
Did you give Christopher your gun? How can you sleep at night? How have you been able to sleep at night?
Ciao, guys. Do you have anything to say to the family?
Did you give Christopher your gun? What is your silence supposed to say? What message is your silence sending? Are you sorry? Does your silence mean anything? What do you want people to know?
She hasn't said anything.
What do you want to say to Savannah's mother, Matthew's mother?
Gina, welcome. What's going on, Gina? Welcome to the stream. Marianne, there she is. None of them hid. And we knew from the get-go, everybody, if you're coming in here just now, make sure you hit the like button. We knew that there was a third person, and that's pertains to one of the parts and reasons why we were going live every night, because we knew that there was a third person. Yes, that's mom. That is mom. Yes, Just Joe. If you are just coming in, the mom has been arrested in this case, in the Savanah Soto case. The mom has been arrested. Now, there
That
she
is Mirta
is.
Romanos. San Antonio police just arrested her in connection to the murders of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. Savanah was pregnant at the time of her murder, according to police. She was reported missing back on the
Basically, I told
Friday
you
before Christmas,
2024
and
turning back up
police found
normally.
her body and Matthew Guerra's body in a car on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Last week, San Antonio police made 2 arrests in this case, Christopher Preciado and his father. And now we have Mirta Romanos, who we're told is the mother of Christopher and married to the father of Christopher. So we are expecting to get an update from police as to why they think she's a suspect. But we know from the search warrant, some paperwork that we've gotten, that she told police that she was sleeping the night that this happened, and that she said it was her gun.
I thought it was my eyes. Damn.
You guys ready? Okay.
Damn, you zoom far in? She originally told the cops she was asleep. Exactly. Exactly.
Ready?
Now, are we thinking? I don't know. I kind of want to change the poll. Do we think that they were involved in the drug trade?
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here.
Again, this is, if you are just coming in, you are about to catch the presser of, or in the Savanah Soto case. It's a presser in the Savanah Soto case. The mom was picked up, mom/girlfriend picked up, arrested. Now they're saying, well, you're about to hear right now. I'm gonna say they're saying that she provided the gun, allegedly.
Ready?
What's going on, Ida? Welcome.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. We're going to provide you with an update on the Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra case. First and foremost, once again, SAPD wants to extend our condolences to the family of Savanah and Matthew. Today, as you saw, we just made another arrest. This is the 3rd arrest in this case. Just to recap, back on December 23rd, Leon Valley PD reported that Savanah and Matthew Guerra were reported missing to their jurisdiction. On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance. When those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing. Since then, our homicide unit has done an outstanding job in following this case. They followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance video, which led them to the arrests that were made. On January 3rd, we made 2 arrests, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. There was a lot of information on social media that there was a 3rd individual involved. Our homicide detectives were aware of that. However, we were looking for enough probable cause to make that arrest and to present the best case forward to the DA's office. Today, that happened. They were able to develop enough evidence to charge 47-year-old Mirta Romanos. That's MyrtaRamanos. She is believed to be, I'm not sure exactly what the relationship is, but maybe a stepmother.
Welcome, everybody coming in. We are watching the presser that is on Mirta Romanos, involved in the murders of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra.
To Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher. She is being
Welcome,
charged
Nicolette.
with 3 felonies. The first one being alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, which is a 2nd-degree felony. She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony, and a 3rd charge, tampering with evidence. Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon in that truck. At this time, I'll take any questions that you might have.
It was her weapon, right?
Excuse me?
They matched her weapon to the ballistics.
Right, that tampering
Match the weapon
with
to
evidence,
ballistic.
from what we understand,
going on,
she
Donnie?
stated that
Bing
was
bong.
her gun. So we do know that that was her weapon.
What's going on, Sasha? Welcome.
I'm not sure exactly where. We haven't released any of that information. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but we do know she was involved in helping get rid of the evidence concerning those bodies.
On the third, you guys
We knew
were
it.
under the impression that there were
We
only
knew it.
two suspects, or had said that there were two suspects that were arrested.
No, our homicide detectives were aware early on in the investigation that there wasn't a third person involved. We know that from the video surveillance when there is that towel that's everyone's talked about being thrown. At that time, we just didn't have enough evidence to say that that was Miss Mirta Romanos. But like I said, since then, they've developed enough evidence from surveillance video from the home showing her leaving with the two as she gets into that truck. And then when they return to the home, it's her, Christopher, and Ramon in that truck.
Had she called you guys in the past week to come to the house at all? Because I know there's been some reports of vandalism there.
I'm not aware of any of that.
As of right now, are you under the impression there are any more suspects?
At this time, we're confident that there's no more suspects. At this time, we're confident that these were the three individuals that were involved in this case.
Do you believe this is connected somehow to a larger crime rate or anything like that?
No, we don't have any information to lead us to believe that. We do know that there was, I guess, a transaction earlier in that night. What happened and transpired was Matthew Guerra and Savanah were killed. I don't.
So you guys still don't know where they were killed? Like if it was at home or somewhere else?
We believe it was in that area, right near their home. How cooperative was she? I know there was a search warrant that was issued a few days ago.
Thank you, Midwest.
There was a search warrant, so they had the authority to go into that home. Today, I don't believe she said much. I don't have that information. Any other questions? She wasn't cooperative.
They be doing a job for the
Thank you,
investigators,
guys.
Lord.
We believe she's a stepmom.
So, okay, we believe she's the stepmom.
No.
You heard that? Stepmom.
I don't know if that's a common law or they're living together, but I don't believe they're legally married. But I'm not for sure. She did live. Them three did live in the house together. Yeah. Correct. Okay, thank you.
What's going on, Zoe? Welcome.
All right, you just heard from San Antonio police on this arrest, the third arrest in the murders of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They, of course, were found dead in a car on Danny K Drive back on December 26th. They were reported missing a few days before. Savanah, she was expected to give birth that Saturday, or to be induced, I should say, that Saturday, and family just hadn't heard from her. So they called Leon Valley Police and reported her missing, and of course, they found her missing. Deceased in a car with Matthew Guerra, her boyfriend.
Wow.
And so like I said, we just heard from police. They just gave us some information. They said that they had executed a search warrant on the Preciado's home, which there are two suspects already arrested. We're talking about Christopher Preciado
Family.
and Ramon.
I've seen a lot of people through the last couple days come to this chat and say this was a family affair. And damn it, it sure was.
Preciado, and they believe that Mirta is married to Ramon Preciado, the father, and then is the stepmother of Christopher Preciado, who is the one who's charged with capital murder in this case. He's the one who police believe did it. They believe that these two, the parents, helped with the murder. They helped clean it up, they say.
All right, understand this, chat. I just literally opened my eyes, right? And literally, I pick up the phone and I look at the phone and I see that there's a third arrest made. And I shot in here like a rocket. They had her on video. Awesome. Exactly. Exactly. They had her on video.
I've seen him do it.
Caldeo.
Okay.
Welcome.
Sorry, we were just getting some quick updates from police there.
I kind of wanted to. All right, so I will take some. I don't know that maybe they're doing a couple. Let's watch the rest of this, and then I'll take some phone calls. So get your notes ready. Get ready. I'm gonna put the number on the screen for you. Maybe you already know the number. It's at the bottom of the screen actually, but I'll put the banner up at top. I do want to hear from some of y'all
on
after
the
this
case
video.
number. Now, we did get our hands on the arrest affidavit. And according to this arrest affidavit, I'm reading through it. Okay, we're getting sound in Spanish right now, so.
Gail, I'm not. It's a good question. That's a good question. Thank you, Shannon.
Para hacer un arresto a la tercer sospechosa en que se trata de este caso. Hoy arrestamos a Mirta Romanos, de 47 años. Ella va a ser cargada con 3 cuentas de delitos mayores. Alter, destroy,
Like a family affair.
Corpse, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. Todos son delitos mayores. En la noche, bueno, cuando nosotros, nuestros detectives obtenieron el surveillance, el video del surveillance que tenía la camioneta cuando estaban tratando de esconder los cuerpos de las víctimas, todos sabíamos que había una tercera persona dentro de la troca que como tiró una toalla o algo. Siempre sabíamos esto. Teníamos la idea quién era la tercera persona, pero no teníamos suficiente evidencia para cargar a esa persona con los delitos.
Yeah, so again, if you are coming in just now, there has been a third arrest in this case. There's been a third arrest in this case. Wow.
Hoy, nuestros detectives tenían suficiente evidencia.
We all knew it though.
La madrastra, que creemos que es la madrastra de Christopher, esposa o.
And anybody who wants to call in at 219-885-9693, we want to hear your thoughts. What's your thoughts and opinions on what just happened? Now, we're up talking about this third suspect for about 3 days in a row now. And finally, there's something that breaks in the case. Is that sus that happened, or were they just doing an investigation? I think that they were just doing an investigation. I don't think that they were hiding anything. I don't think nothing like that, right? 423, you're on with me. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, this is Doug from Tennessee.
Doug from Tennessee, my brother. What is going on tonight or this afternoon?
You remember the other night we watched that video?
Yes, sir.
And I told you that person was too short to be him.
Yep.
I believe the mom was driving the car. And they might even think about it. Mom might have been the one that done the jump. But that person was so short, they didn't come up over the car. And Christopher and his dad, go up over the car. They're both about the same height. Mom was driving, I believe Mom was driving the car. Christopher's the one that threw the towel.
So you're thinking that Chris is the one who moved the towel in the vehicle and Mom and Dad were just cleaning it up.
Look at your video again. The person was so short, she didn't come over the top of the window.
Okay. We'll lock back into it. 1 second.
And I honestly believe she was the one driving the car. She got her hair in a ponytail. Got long hair. And it's her gun. She might have been the one that done the popping. You don't know. It's her gun.
Hold up. I have a video that it shows the person getting out of the vehicle.
Now watch that person get out of the car. You see Dad's up over the top.
Yeah, but
Dad, when he stands up, he's up over the top of the car. The person who gets out of that car don't even come up to the window. And when they walked her out, see how short that is?
It kind of does look like her. Even like just,
Right.
I don't know, the head shape. When you look at this, we knew this. Yes, Libby Live. I think
But she's short. And that other boy is as tall as his dad. So he would come up over the top of the car too.
mm-hmm.
Mom driving the car. That's just my thought about it. I mean, and it was a family affair. So mom might have been the one. I don't think that boy. I don't think he's that cold-hearted, man, to shoot somebody in the head twice, to shoot two people. Mom might be. See how short she is, though.
Yeah.
She's the one. I believe she's the one was driving the car because they didn't come up over that. And somebody said, well, they didn't stand up all the way.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's short. She stood up all the way. She's just short.
Wow. Look at her. There she is right there.
Yep.
She was on, and they kind of had her. I'm pretty sure she was on probation, so they kind of had her on standby.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you, no way I would, as a mother, help my kids cover something like this. Lorraine says. Lorraine said I would never help my kids cover something like this.
Well, what if you get your kid to help you cover up what you did? It's a family business, baby. You know, and I know it's usually a family business.
Yeah, but see, the thing is the investigators are saying there's no indication that they were the ones supplying drugs. You know what I mean? So they're saying that.
I ain't saying they're the one that's supplying drugs. I'm saying the ones that done the hit.
No. I get that. I'm saying in general, like, because they asked right here, were they supplying drugs or anything, or in the drug trade? And she said we had no indication of that. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about the hit part. You never know.
Maybe it was a snitch, and she took care of the snitch. You know how the drug trade goes, man. They call you to do the tricks.
I wonder.
The big man ain't gonna do the stuff.
Right.
The little man's gonna be called to do the stuff. Man, I'm just saying, man. It looked like the short person driving the car.
Man,
I wanted to take your thoughts on that, and y'all have a good day.
Now, my thoughts with the third person on the car possibly being her getting out of that vehicle.
Right.
I think that might be her. I think you might be. I think you might be right on that, Doug. Honestly, allegedly, I think you might be right about her driving this vehicle.
And he was over there in the car. They got him to help.
Son, shut the fuck up while we clean this mess up. Like that. No, I'm just being serious. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, it was like, but then again, who knows if that's how it went down? Who knows that they were just not, or who knows if they were just going to a drug deal altogether and just getting something. But I mean, maybe they were picking up some weed to smoke at home.
I just don't believe it was that just over a little bit of drugs. I believe they was told to do it. If you owe the man, and you're in that category, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and they call and tell you to do so, you do it.
Ain't no doubt. Well, Doug, I appreciate you calling in with your thoughts, man. I'll give everybody 5 minutes. Thank you, Doug. Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts for everybody?
That's it. Have a good night and lock your doors.
God bless you, brother. You too. Shout out to Doug. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you.
Call Dago.
Lines are open. I'm waking up there, Cindy. Thank you for the 13, by the way. Janine, what's going on? Wow. So third arrest here. Third arrest. Yes, I think so too. She was short. I see 601 called in 732-623 disagree caller. What? Oh, about the other part. I know what you mean. Sweet D says yes, I think so too. Molly Rose, what's going on, Molly Rose? Welcome to the stream. T-REV, hi T-REV. Buttercups sends her positive vibes to you. Tell Buttercups I said I don't know what's going on. I hope you feel better mentally, physically. So you're on the show. What's going on? Talking.
Hey, T-REV, Queen Widow.
Queen Widow, talk to me. 5 minutes. The floor is yours. What's your thoughts on
That no problem. I can do it real quick. I do agree with your last caller because if you look at how it goes down with the, the car when they pull up side by side, there's no way that is Christopher because Christopher's taller. And if you remember correctly, even you said that you do see a bun on the top of the head from the person that came out of the car. Her hair is long enough to have a bun, and she's already got it pulled back.
it? Might. So you think that possibly might be her driving that vehicle?
I think she was the driver. Christopher was the towel handler. And of course, Dad was the, rescuing wife. Okay. So let's get that cleaned up real quick. So we showed up, wiped it up. So when it's all put together, after you hear the presser, even they state.
Kind of does look like her.
See? They state that they see her bringing them back. So, after she hides that car, they all get in the car together and she drives them all home.
I'm trying to catch it at a perfect spot so everybody can see because I kind of
right there. You see it?
Yep, I do actually. So right here, you can see in here like this hurt, like the face, the shape of the hair, the bun. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Bing bong.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Bing bong.
Yeah. Like I think she was the driver of this truck here. Not only that, helped cleaned up, etc. What's going on, Shayna?
Yep.
Nice to see you. It's okay.
I agree.
Wow. So, I mean, this is insane. I didn't expect to wake up to a third arrest. I'm going to be honest with you.
I know. I was shocked.
I did not expect to wake up to a third arrest, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we woke up to. I mean, I just woke up at literally like before I went live. So 5 minutes before I went live is when I woke up.
Well, anyway, I just thought I'd call you because I wanted you to remember that one view that you had where a lot of us all said, you can clearly see the bun.
Right here.
And, whenever you're going to do something so stupid, what are you going to do? Because you don't want their DNA in your hair.
You're right. I could clearly see the hair shape here. I mean, it's grainy because I zoomed in, but if you look here where I got zoomed up, you kind of can see the hair shape here. You see the skin because it sticks out. You know what I mean? You see the skin of the head, it sticks out. You play it.
Yep. And even during the presser, they state it was her weapon.
It was her weapon too. Now you guys hear that? It was her weapon, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to keep adding that out.
Yeah. Because when I watched it when it first happened, I was like, I have a feeling I'm onto something. Because when I remember when I was watching T-REV, he had it, the video slow down just right where we were able to see them slowly doing their movements.
You're damn right.
But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I see the clock.
You're looking at that clock, huh? It's all
yeah, I'm watching that clock because I'm on to something. I should do their job for them.
I'm dead. Wow. I appreciate you, Queen Widow, for calling in, sharing your thoughts with us. This is insane. I mean, we knew there was going to be a third arrest, so it's really not insane. But what the part that's insane to me is that a whole entire family being arrested. It's always insane when I see this type of shit.
Exactly. The biggest thing that really irks me is why are you letting your child take your fall?
Right. Yes. Well, if he did this and just went and got them, you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out though. There's still a lot of time.
Yep.
The trial coming up, etc. There ain't even no trial date. So, but I appreciate you calling in, Queen Widow. God bless you. Any final thoughts?
No, lock your door. Stay safe.
Thank you, Queen Widow. I appreciate it. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. turn down that clapping so it doesn't beat your ears up. So I'll make sure we get it. So it says, hold up. Don says, I think they lied. They needed money they owed, $7K on the taxes on the house, or they were losing the house. So you think that it was just like everything was on the line for them. They needed this money. They needed to get this off Matthew. What's going on, 317 from Heaven? You're live.
Hello, T-REV. It's Ray.
Talk to me, Ray. 5 minutes, the floor is yours.
Well, she was in the passenger seat, just like I thought. If her hand flipping there with the towel.
Wow.
I'm glad they've arrested the third person. It needed to be done.
Right. Yes.
I felt in my heart of hearts it was her. And it's her gun. Wow. I'm like shocked by that.
Yeah, the fact that it was her gun was, I don't know. I didn't expect it to be her gun.
I didn't either. I figured it was Ramon's. Amazing.
Son posted all the money on social media. They robbed him. Son posted all the money on social media.
What? Wow.
Where's that picture at? Where's that picture at? I'd like definitely pull that up. Best believe the cops going to show her the gruesome pics of the scene, the bodies, etc. Oh,
she should have to look at him.
You're a mother, Mirta, huh? You're a mother. This is what happened.
She should have to look at that poor little Fabian, in my opinion.
Oh, I guarantee
I hope they showed her a picture of him. And I'm sorry, these people, they're going to burn in hell. They're going to burn in hell.
This shit is crazy.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely crazy.
This shit is crazy.
And I'm sorry, but if you got a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, however old Christopher is, I don't know. You got somebody of that age and they're living a thug life or whatever, you shouldn't be giving them a gun.
Definitely shouldn't be giving him a gun.
And her, if she lied, she apparently lied. That's what I had heard on earlier today.
Well, that she lied?
That she lied initially.
Oh, of course
when
she
they
lied.
interviewed her.
She definitely did.
So, yeah, I'm just glad that they've arrested her. That's all I wanted to say. I knew there, that towel didn't just get tossed over there by itself. And from it being in the, passenger seat of that truck, my deductive reasoning said it was her.
You sure could be a deep fake. No doubt. Welcome. You could be a deep fake.
Just glad they arrested her.
Yep, she caught 3 charges. She caught the 3 charges. They didn't say who was driving the truck. Misty Blue says. I mean, Misty, I think that we know who was driving the truck. Dad was clearly driving that at first.
Well, apparently they have video. And I'm wondering if maybe did Carlos take this video? They have video of them back at the home getting out of the truck. And it's the dad and her and Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
The cops said that in the presser they did earlier today.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to get.
I'm wondering who took that video. Like, Carlos has changed his name, which, he should have never used his real name on his TikTok or Facebook or whatever, but he's changed his name on his site.
Well, it's out there everywhere now.
I know, right? It's like, dude, you did that a little too late. I don't know. I just hope he stays safe.
Thank you, CK. I appreciate that.
I hope he stays safe. But hey, T-REV, I don't know if you can hear my voice. I'm getting over I think the COVID.
Everybody.
My throat hurts.
Everybody.
I've been coughing my head off, so I am going to get off of here and let someone else talk.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just happy that this third person was arrested, and I hope they shove baby Fabian's picture in her face all day long.
Absolutely. Well, you ended that perfectly.
I hope she sees him every day she sleeps.
Absolutely.
Every day she closes her eyes, that's who she sees the rest of her life.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good day, T-REV.
You too.
Love you.
Bro.
Love your show. Love our family. And talk to you later.
Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you, Ray. Lock your doors. Stay safe.
Yeah.
You know the deal. Stay vigilant.
Yeah, everybody stay in the love and light.
Absolutely. Right. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. What is your final thoughts on this, huh? You said they want what? They want the internet to quit. So they are trying to wrap it up. They want the internet to give up on it, you're saying? They want us to stop messing with it? What's going on, D? 208, it's never too late. Talk to me.
Hey, T-REV, it's Crafts and Crime. I have a something for you guys to think about, and I thought this was interesting. On the presser today, and no one's caught on, it says that the transaction happened earlier that night.
Yeah, it did. I heard that actually, and I was wondering about that when they said the transaction happened earlier that night, and to that, you know, they lost their lives to whatever concurred there, but
I mean, well, everyone was like, how could they have done it in 9 minutes? I mean, obviously, you can take someone's life in seconds, right? But if he was by himself and then had to go home, I think the car arrived there at that time. So Christopher would have had to put him in the back, and then I think he went home and got them.
Wow.
And was like, I need help, and then followed. And the only reason I think the mom possibly could have been the driver is because I don't know if he had a stick shift. A lot of kids these days don't know how to drive stick shifts.
Yeah, I still don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't. So
I still don't to this day. At 33 years old, I don't know how to drive a stick shift.
Well, we're gonna have to teach you.
Now I can get on a dirt bike and all different types of shit. Probably the same type of shit, but I never even got into a vehicle besides maybe 2 or 3 in my life with a stick shift. I'm not a fan. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind later. You never know, because I've changed my mind about a lot of things. So
I think if you like speed, you'll like stick shifts because you have more control over it than just a regular vehicle, automatic. The other thing too is when they said, the first thing that came to my mind when they said that they said it happened earlier, the transaction happened earlier. What if it was a normal transaction? Like, you know, whatever happened. It was a normal transaction. He got mad about something, product, whatever. Or he saw all the money because remember he was getting his load or whatever, you know, that next morning or whatever. What if he saw the gun, we know the bracelet's gone. We know, basically, I think that he robbed him. So once he saw all that and was like, oh, I'm going to try and get him to come back. And that's when I set him up. So that kind of is what went through my mind when I was thinking it happened earlier. So something went down earlier and then it was taken care of later.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know. So we had December 21st. They find 26. Did they go back and clean up? But it's such a shitty cleanup job. I mean, you left a spent shell casing in the back seat. You know what I mean?
The phones. There was no cleanup whatsoever. Almost like they wanted to get caught.
It's either like some people that say it's a hit. I don't know. I don't know if I could ride with the hit because if you're doing a hit for a cartel, it definitely ain't gonna be like this. So I don't think that it was. I can't say, man, this was cartel, officiated here. I can't. I
Yeah, it's not
can't stand on them.
smart.
They would be a lot
Yeah,
smarter than this, I feel like. But then again, look what happened on the border about 6-7 months ago with a guy getting killed and then running across. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It doesn't feel like an actual cartel hit. I think they would have just done it and walked away. Like they wouldn't be seen doing it.
All right.
I mean, it would have been more like, come in my house and I'll do it. And they're not going to there's got to be so much evidence in that car. Just whoever's sitting in the seat.
Janet. Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how much DNA is just sitting in the seat?
Right.
I mean, I just can't. I mean, them cleaning up the outside for fingerprints, they weren't thinking DNA. They didn't hide the gun. They didn't take the shotgun shells or the shells out. They didn't take her phone or any of her belongings. And nothing makes sense. Like, and then they show up and he's like, yeah, I knew you were coming. Like, here I am. I didn't hide my truck. I just admitted to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so is my son. How easy how easy was that for them to find him? Anyway, time's up.
Somebody said Chris posted money, and I want to see it.
I know, I do too. I saw that too, and I was like, where?
Yeah, I like Fitties,
nice
bro.
To see it.
I do like Fitties. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts and opinions with us, and just being a voice in the community. Continue doing that. Hopefully, I'll hear from you again.
Sounds good. Thank you. Have a good day.
God bless.
Stay safe.
You too.
You
God
too.
bless you. Shout out to her. Beautiful phone call. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. There has been a third arrest in the Savanah Soto case. Super sad case. Finally got the mom. We knew there was a third person involved. Ladies and gentlemen, pat yourself on the back for keeping this going. 509, what's on your mind? Talk to us.
Oh my gosh. Hi, I am Tessa. I didn't realize you were going to pick up.
It's okay.
I'm at work right now, so I'm just going to make this like quick. I'm watching your stream while I'm working.
Okay.
But honestly, I think like if like the way that they all came out and like you can tell that they all did it. If they wouldn't have done it, they would have said something, at least in my opinion. They would have looked up at the camera. They would have, when they were all coming out, they would have looked up. None of them really looked at the camera. So I feel as if that kind of shows to you that, they all did it. They're all part of it. And if they all don't get, time for it, then I think that's just crazy.
The sad thing is that it seems as mom or dad maybe played the lowest role.
Right.
The way that they're putting it, they're saying mom provided the gun, but it's hard to go over those details when you're at the beginning of the case like this because everything is so messy and all over the place.
Right. And if you think about it, like if they have planned this, if they planned it at all, like in a way that they should have, they're going to choose the person that would less likely be sought out. So mom, we didn't even think anything of her. Like when it first all happened, we didn't think anything. And then all of a sudden we get these two that come out and then we hear about mom. And it's like, well, mom, you wouldn't think would have been a part of it at all. So I think that that's another reason, like that they knew that, if we get this person that barely, is, noticed in anything or nobody would think that she would do it, then it would be easier for us to get away with it. And because it was her gun, and at first we didn't know that, then it would have been easier.
Right. No.
I watched too many of those. I watch a lot of trials, so.
Oh wow! So you watch trials constantly. You probably watch the Murdaugh trial.
Oh yeah. I currently work as a housekeeper, so when I'm like cleaning rooms and stuff, I'm listening to all this crime stuff that's happening, and I actually have been thinking that I want to go and start my journey in doing like court stuff in courtrooms. But I'm like, I'm not that great, so I don't know.
Nah, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. Because you know what? You could always, you could go do whatever you want. But when you start putting that thought into your mind of oh, I'm not that great, that's when you make yourself not that great. So don't do that, because you know what I mean? You're already great.
Right.
So you just
Right.
gotta, teach yourself and move along. You'll grow as you go, you'll grow as time comes.
Right. Well, I appreciate you for doing what you do, and thank you to the family, and thank you to everybody that's pitching in and helping everybody out. We all appreciate you guys. I did want to say that at the end of this, we're all going to be like, oh, we were right. We're all going to be right at the end. So everybody just keep doing your little investigation.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
figure it out.
Candy Rapper, 11 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in and sharing your thoughts with me. I appreciate it. I did. Now, with this mom, we all knew that there was a third person. If you look at this video footage and you see that towel moving, you know that there was somebody in that vehicle. There wasn't no spirit in there lifting that damn towel up. Get out of here.
Right. It just breaks my heart to know that this was a girl who was pregnant, who was, she was almost about to have her baby. And when I first saw the headline, I was like, oh my God, that is the saddest thing I've seen, that this, she's about to have her baby. And you can tell that her boyfriend was happy, ready for them to have this baby. And then all of a sudden, something happens, and it breaks my heart.
It is sad. And I hope that they were slamming these pictures in her face, or it seems maybe even the son broke on her.
Right.
Did the son fold on mom? Did dad fold on mom, or did the police just figure it out? And I think that they were investigating this the whole entire time that we were talking about it, because it's very friggin' obvious that there is a third person in this vehicle with the towel moving, and that's why we kept pushing the issue. We knew that there was a third person. We just knew it.
And that does look like mom coming out of the car. It really does. I think the first caller was right. I think that I think he needs to be I think he needs to get on to a little, because he's doing a good job. I think he was right about that. It definitely looks like her, and you can tell like that the dad, you can tell that's him, because you can see by his chest. You can see that he's wide,
Oh yeah, okay. So it's saying this arrest affidavit says they use surveillance video from her own home. So imagine them using surveillance video from your own home to grab you. That's what happened here.
Yeah, see, and they didn't think about that one, but that's insane. But I see my time is up, so I'm going to let somebody else give you a call. But thank you again for having me on.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for your love and light in this world. Continue fighting the fight, the voice for the voiceless.
You.
It's very important that people come together. I'm glad, as somebody who, you said you're a housekeeper, right? You
Yes,
listen
I
to
am.
these things, and you listen to these details. And
Yes.
that's awesome that you're doing that and listening and actually interacting also. So keep doing
I'll
that.
tell you what, when you were like listening in on the lady talking about what was happening, for some reason I can't remember what it's called. Oh, the press. So when you were listening to the press, I was actually cleaning out a bathtub, and I had to turn it off so that I can hear what you were talking about and what they were talking about. I'm like, I got to turn it off because I can't hear anything. So yeah, it's a little hard, but I do my job, and I do listen.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you do. God bless you. Continue putting your love and light in this world. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. The stalkers,
Thank
the weirdos, they're out here.
Happy 2024. I hope you guys all have a wonderful 2024.
You too. God bless you, man.
God bless.
Shout out to her. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. 5 minutes today. 210, you're on the show. Talk to me.
Hello. I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow. So you're from the city.
Yes, and I've heard all the commotion going on.
Talk to me now.
Okay. So it was a drug deal gone wrong. Shiesty, ratchet people that did this. My heart goes out to the baby. I'm a grandma. I got 25 grandchildren, 4 great-granddaughters.
Wow.
But Matthew's down, he posted everything on Facebook, everything on social media. That was his downfall. He's young, naive, dumb. And you keep telling these kids, like grandma, you keep telling them, son, don't do this, daughter, don't do this. Do they listen? No, they don't. Oh, grandma, we know, grandma, nothing's going to happen. And look now, I'm not too far from what this happened. But my heart goes out to Savannah, the baby, and Matthew. I'm a single grandma. I raised all my kids, 6 boys, 3 daughters. To this day, they're still alive. I'm still kicking butt with my grandchildren now. But it was a drug deal gone right, and these people. But don't worry, we got Bear County. These Texas girls here, we don't take shit to this. They're gonna kick her ass when she goes in. Don't worry.
And
Wait till
that
she gets to population. Wait till she goes to population. You just wait. She's gonna get her day.
baby killer.
Yes, and
Baby
him
killer.
too. What she did to them, to Savannah, oh, what goes around comes around, honey. They're gonna do it to them. Texas don't play. And it wasn't a
Texas
cartel hit. They need to stop saying that. It's not a cartel. Stop blaming the cartel.
Yeah, this definitely is not. I mean, the cartel is not this sloppy.
No. They have a lot of respect. Cartels, first thing they teach you is no mess with the family. No, this was not a cartel hit. No, baby. This was a dumb move. Ratchet people needed money that just, didn't have enough to pay for the bills or losing the house, what have you. Bitch could have gone to work. See, here we have jobs, staffings. You go to work today, you get paid tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, they have those.
saved
They
all her
have
earnings.
those. They have those.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, they had those in Virginia. I used to go to them at work. You work back then when I was going, it was like $75 to $100 a day when I was.
Yeah, it depends.
18.
Yeah, it depends. Like right now, we have the Spurs and all. You go to AT&T, you go Alamodon. Shit, they're paying $100 a day. If you work in the morning till when it finishes, that's $100 a day. The bitch could have gone to work and saved her checks. You get if you
That's
would have
a
worked
fact.
today, tomorrow. That's a fact, a God-given fact. She could have gotten her money right there if she would have worked it from Monday through Friday or from Monday to Sunday right there. Do the math, honey. She could have gotten it, and she could have done it the following week. But no, ratchet. What did she do? First thing what the Bible teaches. Okay, do not take other people's lives, and that's what she did. But she's got her day coming, and I don't believe in the death penalty. But in this case, I hope they give it to them, all 3 of them. They deserve what's coming to them.
Wow.
They deserve, yes. That's my thought. And
I
I'm from
agree.
San Antonio,
I
Texas.
agree. And for somebody that doesn't believe in the death penalty, this one's touching you.
Yes. There's a baby, an unborn baby.
And when you think of that death penalty, you think of your grandkids, you think of your kids.
Yes,
think
you
of
know
all of
why?
that.
Yes, you know why? Because I help all my kids raise their babies. You know where I'm standing right now? On the street in the corner right here where I live, waiting for my kids to come out from school because there's no mama patrol. I'm their mama patrol. I help other kids cross the street because we got aggressive drivers here, the young kids. And you got to yell or I take pictures with my phone. Hey, don't you know there are kids walking? You got to stop. I yell and I got my walking stick. Yeah, I'm 66 years old. I got a walking cane, but I'm very outspoken. And believe me, when I say stop, you better stop. And I'll take a picture of your license plate. That's how I play. I'm a grandma. So these babies to me, yes. God bless that baby.
And it says an
That's
actor.
a little angel.
She was a complete actor in this case, and I
Yes.
feel like we knew this. We feel there was a third person for sure. We last night I even started to fight in my mind. Damn, I'm starting to believe this was one of the younger kids. But here we go. They were investigating this fully. And
Yes.
They were on their ass.
And Christopher was already going through his Facebook. He saw all of that. He was stalking him. So he knew. And then Matthew had a bad habit. He was in the vehicle posting all that big bundle of money he had, all the drugs he was selling, and da da da.
Did you see me pull that? Did you see me pull up the telegram?
Yes.
I mean, it's and I've seen other telegrams like that before. I've seen them.
Yes.
I've seen them. I've seen people sending active invites. Hey, yo, do you need to buy some? Do you need to buy some of this? Or do you need to buy some of that? Join my Telegram.
Yeah.
It's you see it. So
yeah, he was promoting it, and that's what got it killed. Yes,
absolutely.
but they didn't. Yes, they didn't deserve this. These 2 young kids did not deserve it, and that baby. Oh my God! If I'd have been around, believe me, I've never shot a gun, never held a gun, but I have my walking stick. Believe me, I would have gone and fight those guys, those people up, especially that lady. If I'd have seen something, or I'd have called 911 right there and then, because I still walk in my apartments at night. It's safe here, and people say San Antonio's bad. No, it isn't. We're very laid back people, very respectable. We won't mess with you if you don't mess with us. Now, if you go looking for trouble, oh, believe me, you're gonna find it.
Right.
Okay. This is Texas. Everybody packs, even grandma. But yes, even grandmas. I got my mace, yeah, and I got my walking stick. I'm a lefty. By the time you blink your eyes, oh baby, I done slap you. My son is 6'1", and he one day decided to talk back to me, and I told him, son, keep your mouth shut. And he kept on and ranting. I said, son, the last time I'm gonna tell you. And he, oh Lord have mercy. I said, you know what, being a Christian? No, son. I turned around and I'm a lefty, and he just looked at me because, Mama, I said, I told you to shut your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Angel's lies to keep here. I want this lady to be my grandma.
Yes. So here in my apartments, everybody calls me grandma because, yes, I stick up for the kids. That's my main priority. So, yes, but don't worry. They're in Barrett County. That's where I'm at, San Antonio, Texas, Barrett County. So she's going to get her day in the Barrett County jail. I can't wait. We're going to hear it in the news. Yeah. She's going to get her butt.
Now, I'm still curious about this. I want to know if this was Matthew, the Jew Yuck account on this Telegram here. I want to know if this was Matthew in here.
I don't know. I can't say, but I know for a fact that Christopher was stalking him on Facebook and that Telegram. He was following him around, so he knew what was up. And that was a setup what they did. They lured him over there. Yeah, and I don't know if I knew Savanah, I would have told her, baby, don't go. You're due any day. Do not go. I would have talked to her, but she followed her heart. She loved him. They loved each other so much. They just couldn't, even though he was putting his hands on her, they were inseparable. They were like pea in a pot. They just couldn't be apart.
Don't worry, chat. After I get off with her, I'm gonna read this arrest warrant affidavit.
Okay, I'm listening to you. Y'all here waiting for grandkids, and I'm following you. That's how I got your number, because you posted it up there.
Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate your phone call, your heart, your love, your love and light. Keep putting that love and light in this world, and I hope to hear from you more often. I really do. You are a beautiful soul, and keep being that person. Okay.
And y'all be safe out there wherever y'all, especially you young kids. Y'all need to follow Jesus. You need to go to church. Everybody forgot to go to church and pray. You need to follow Jesus in your heart.
I don't know what it is about you, but you know how to pull out my heartstrings. You know how to pull out my heartstrings. You got to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate.
My blessing to you, son. I don't know you, but I feel that you're a good person, and you have God coming in for you. You have good luck in your side.
I want to share this before I get off the phone with you. I was in similar positions as this young man, and like I was saying during the last couple streams, it wasn't too late for them. It wasn't too late for them to go through something to change their life, but the life was taken. So
yes, it was taken from them.
It wasn't too late. Everybody sees the money and gun flashing and drug flashing, and we jumped, and it's like, yeah, he was involved, and he was heading nowhere fast. But then again, I was in a similar position doing the same type of shit, and I stopped. So if I can do that, I know others can, and we need to start pushing that to our youth, because they're hearing the drill scene and music, and people are, it's constant kill, guns, and the kids and the youth are picking this up.
And you know where from too? Not to be disrespectful, but they need to stop a little bit on that thug music. What happened to all that classic 80 music, 90 music?
Where they kill you. It's about killing and drilling right now.
And all of that's not good for them. And all these young parents that are being parents, they forgot to take their children to church. They're not being baptized too. They need to follow God, and they need to be baptized in the holy waters. I'm old Christian, son, so I should not be talking all of this, but that's my opinion. Yes.
I have a question for you.
Opinion.
Being you're in San Antonio, do you know the distance between all the locations? Are you familiar with that road? Are you familiar with Danny?
I'm 8 minutes away from that location. 8 minutes away. I'm not far from them.
Okay, so did you sneak past there and go and take a peek?
No, son. I lit a candle and I pray at home in my bedroom. That's what I did. I prayed for them. I prayed for their parents, their families, and I asked God to deliver me that third person. And yes, He heard my prayers. Yes, I'm asking for justice now.
I'm glad. You're such a sweetheart. I appreciate you. God bless you, ma'am. I hope you have a beautiful day. Love and light to your whole entire family. I hope you guys had a beautiful holiday, no matter what, and a beautiful new year. I hope to hear from you again, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Much obliged. We'll be talking soon.
God,
Bye-bye.
yes, ma'am. God bless. Shout out to her. Very good phone call, man. I want her to be my grandma. I need another adopted grandma. Maxine Brock. My grandma just passed away a few months ago, so that's my new grandma. We got new grandmas. We got a couple grannies. What's going on, Maxine Brock? You are welcome. We are about to dive in and read this here. Okay. People wanted to read the arrest affidavit, and we are going to do that right now. Again, thank you, Maxine Brock. I'm going to read a few comments before we dive in and read this real fast, and then I'll open the lines back up. Sadie says, Christopher and the stepmom were going to rob them, in my opinion. Will says, if everyone had this grandmother's attitude, we would all live in a better world. I agree. DM's great caller. Absolutely. Love you, grandma. Bless your soul. That woman had a sweet soul. Sweet soul. I can feel her pain. You could definitely feel the emotion. I felt it. I felt the emotion from that woman through that phone. She made me feel it. She made me feel that. If I need protection, I'm calling grandma, Crazy Chick says. Peggy says, I don't understand how you could do something like that to a pregnant woman or a human being. Simply unbelievable. Jen C says, can you show dad and son walk of shame to compare heights of all? I'm glad you brought up that suggestion, Jen C, and I think that suggestion is actually a pretty good suggestion. It's actually a very good suggestion to look at dad walking and then look at son walking and then look at Mirtha walking. Great suggestion. Love it, Jen C. Thank you for sharing that. Their home surveillance camera showed the mom getting into the car alone and coming back with the dad and son. All right, let's jump into it now. I wanted to read a few comments, but we're going to jump into this affidavit that's right here. It looks like it's about 4 pages, so it should be a quick read. All right, here we go. It says, I understand affiant Detective Jeremy Goodwin being a peace officer under the laws of the state of Texas and being duly sworn on oath makes the following statements and accusations. A victim in the case has been identified as Savanah Nicole Soto, date of birth August 22, 2005. Hereafter referred, a victim in this case has been identified as Matthew Gabriel Gura, date of birth October 26, 2001. Here and he is referred to as the second victim. An actor in this case has been identified as Mirtha Romanos, date of birth August 7th, 1976. Hereafter referred to as the defendant. Said defendant is further identified in SAPD computer files under SID number 563871. It is belief of your affiant that the offense of P.C. 37.09 tampering with evidence was committed on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. Your affiant has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following facts. On December 23rd of 2023, Leon Valley Police received a phone call for a missing person report. Family of the missing persons stated she was supposed to be induced for her pregnancy and did not show up for an appointment. The family advised they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated she was not answering the phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with her boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The family was entered as a missing person by Leon Valley. Further investigation found that the female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls, and their whereabouts were unknown. Media broadcast on the news the story of the missing female and her boyfriend. In the media, the boyfriend's car description was broadcast in the media and was said to be a 2013 gray Kia Optima. On December 26 of 2023, a resident of 5903 Danny K Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believed the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny K Drive. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. Upon Leon Valley police arrival to the location, Leon Valley police observed the vehicle. Inside of the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. San Antonio police were contacted, and your affiant made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your affiant observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 2013 Kia Optima with a Texas license plate of TRC-9447. Your affiant checked the VIN number, and the VIN number was the same VIN number that was broadcast on the news for the missing couple. A check of the information through NCIC/TCIC showed the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your affiant observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Your affiant observed the deceased pregnant female inside of the front passenger or inside of the front right passenger seat. Due to your affiant knowledge of female, due to your affiant knowledge of the female on a previous murder case from 2022, your affiant recognized the female to be that of the missing female. The female appeared to have trauma to her head. Your affiant then observed the back seat of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent gunshot wound to his head. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Your affiant did not observe any weapon near the male. A search warrant was requested so entry into the vehicle could be conducted. Now let's jump into the rest of this. It says, while waiting for the search warrant, your affiant spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend to the female sold narcotics and would use his phone through cellular communications as well as social media to sell narcotics. It was also advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that the people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot at before. The family provided your affiant with the phone number of the female. The family of the male provided your affiant with his phone number as well as his Instagram. And it says specifically right here. Now, that family is cooperating. They're saying, hey, my son is into this. He sells from social media. He posts here. So they let the police know that. And I'm sure that was very important. Very, very important. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casing in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the vehicle or to the female. Hold up. Now, this is important to talk about. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Now, again, did you hear that? That detail went over my head. Hold on, let me catch up the chat. That detail went over my head. Thank you, Chatty Kit Kat. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to catch up to you guys because after reading this, it's like, what? Look at this, Phil. Look at this right here. It says that their blood was found on the outside of the vehicle. On the outside of the vehicle. So did he get out to deal with them? Was Matthew Gura murdered outside of his vehicle? Or was this just apparent blood transfer? Mama the shooter? Again, I'm going to read it again. Let's go through it again. I'm right at the top anyways. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casing in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Now, maybe what's the blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle is getting me, ladies and gentlemen. Both the female and male had gunshot wounds to the head, and the male also had an apparent drag marks on his back. Now, that really is, I don't know, he's shot in the vehicle or outside of the vehicle. I'm thinking that he was shot outside the vehicle right now for some reason, but could be completely wrong. Now, it says it was believed that the female and the male were killed at a different location and the vehicle was driven to the recovered location. During further investigation, your affiant found video surveillance video at 5903 Danny K. The video surveillance found that on December 21st of 2023, around 23:59 hours, a Silverado gray or a Chevy Silverado gray driving with its lights off from the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled into the middle of the back parking lot and parked the vehicle. The victim's vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevrolet Silverado. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set male exited the Silverado and the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavy-set male approached the driver of the victim's vehicle and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavy-set male then got a towel from his vehicle that appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle door where he had touched the vehicle. Surveillance video appeared to show a third person throw the towel to the heavy-set male, which led police to believe that a second person was inside of the Chevy Silverado. Now, it says the driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into his vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26th of 2023. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time of the video being observed. It is believed the unknown driver and heavyset male observed parked the victim's vehicle at the location in an effort to hide the vehicle. On January 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigations Unit. On January 3rd of 2024, your affiant received the phone download from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the victim had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was a couple blocks away from the victim vehicle recovery location. Your affiant was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive around 23:50 hours on the night they went missing. The vehicle did not start moving again until around 23:24 or 23:54, I stand corrected, hours. The vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny K Drive, where the victims and their vehicle were discovered on December 26th of 2023. Your affiant conducted computer research and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect vehicle seen on camera with the victim vehicle. Your affiant did research on the owner of the vehicle and found that the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Homicide detectives went to the vehicle location listed above and found the listed vehicle at the location. While at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Presadio reported knowing why SAPD was at his residence. Wow. So, there's that admission right there. Ramon Presadio informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son, identified as Christopher Presadio. Ramon Presadio and Christopher Presadio were transported to SAPD homicide to speak with your affiant, while additional SAPD detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. It says your affiant spoke with Ramon Presadio after the Ramon Presadio was read the Miranda warnings. Ramon Presidio admitted to driving his Chevrolet Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher Presidio. Ramon Presidio identified himself on surveillance video from 5903 Danny K Drive as the person observed exiting the Chevrolet Silverado. Ramon Presidio reported meeting Christopher Presidio at this apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. This vehicle is the vehicle in which Matthew Guerra and Savanah Soto were found deceased in. Ramon Presidio admitted to assisting Christopher Presidio at 5903 or Presidio 5903 Danny K Drive. Your affiant then spoke with Christopher Presidio after Christopher Presidio was read his Miranda warnings. Christopher Presidio reported Matthew Guerra and Savanah Soto drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher Presidio marijuana. Christopher went on to provide a version of events that were inconsistent with the evidence collected at the scene and from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. Christopher then stated that he had the weapon pointed at him again, and he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male victim being shot. On January 4th of 2024, your affiant spoke to Mirta Romanos. Mirta stated on the night of the incident she was at her residence 5735 Charlie Chan Drive with Ramon and Christopher. Mirta could not recall the events of the night and stated she thought she was sleeping.
Stop the cap.
So she thought she was sleeping. So it says again, Mirta could not recall the events of the night and stated she thought she was sleeping.
Get the fuck out of here!
You thought you were sleeping? During the search at Mirta's residence, Mirta's bedroom door was locked. Homicide detectives inquired about unlocking the door, and Mirta provided the key to unlock the door. Mirta stated that she kept her door locked and was the only person to have the key to the room. During the search of the room, a firearm later forensically matched to the shell casing recovered in the victim's vehicle was found concealed in the room. During Mirta's interview, Mirta was questioned about the recovered firearm. Mirta claimed the firearm was hers and it was given to her by a family member. It says on January 5th, we're not even close to the 20th anyways. On January 5th, 2024, your affiant was notified that the firearm recovered in the closet of Mirta forensically matched the shell casing recovered from the victim's vehicle. Again, on January 5th of 2024, your affiant was notified that the firearm recovered in the closet of Mirta forensically matched the shell casing recovered from the victim's vehicle. So there we go. This is Mirta's gun. Mirta's gun, right? It was given to her by a family member. This is Mirta's. Now, due to the statements made by Mirta initially concealed the firearm in an attempt to impair its availability as evidence during an investigation. Your affiant has reason to believe and does believe the said defendant, Mirta Romanos, on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, concealed evidence in an attempt to impair its availability as evidence during an investigation in violation of Section 37.09 on the Penal Code of the state of Texas. Now, that is the end of the affidavit. I did want to read that. I will open up the lines again. That was the affidavit. Make sure you call in. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on that? Now, my thing is the blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle. We got this blood transfer that's on the outside of the vehicle. Was he shot on the outside of the vehicle, or was he shot in the inside of the vehicle and there was so much blood that blood transferred on the outside of that vehicle? Or was it from the dragging that this blood transfer got on the vehicle? Was it from the dragging? Telling you there's another gun. 218, it's never too late. What's going on? Talk to me. 218, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? You're
Is
live.
this T-REV?
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Seriously? Okay, I just noticed that I watch you all the time, but that you are coming on live with all this stuff and you called it 100%. With the mom, it's awesome. And that's basically all I want to say.
Well, I appreciate you. I mean, we knew the third person was mom or somebody in that family or close, allegedly.
Yes, had to be either that or one of the brothers. But they actually like perp walked the mom. So, oh my gosh, love it.
Yep, they perp walked the mom for sure. They perp walked the mom, and I appreciate you. Is that all you got to say, you said?
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. God bless you, ma'am. I appreciate you calling in, even if it was for a minute.
You too, sir. Thank
God
you.
bless.
Bye.
I appreciate it calling. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. You can keep it short. You can use the whole 5 minutes. Whatever. I want to hear from you guys. 218, never too late. What's going on? Is that you again? Okay, I was about to say. Maybe I don't know how that happened. I want to know more about this blood transfer, though. I'm speculating on this blood transfer. 210, you're on the show. Talk to me.
Hello.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, no, I just wanted to comment on this. I'm from San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like maybe about 10 miles away from the place. But the thing is that, I'm sorry. The only thing I feel sorry for is the baby. Because the mother.
Can you echo? Can you turn down the echo in the background for me? I think it might be the stream. It might be the stream or something.
Okay. Hold on.
I just want you to be able to get your point across without being, chopped up by the background noise.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that, they make it sound, I'm sorry to say, a lot of people are saying that, they feel sorry for the couple. Yeah, they do. But my point is they knew, when you deal drugs, you know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, it's not going to be a nice thing, it's, you got your risks. And with him flashing all that money and everything around her, something was soon to be done like that. And I still believe that there's something else there that they're not saying or the police aren't saying, because that much of money is not a small time drug deal.
Absolutely not. But they're saying, and during this, I don't know if you watched the interview, right? I don't know if you watched the presser today, but during it, it was saying it was just drug deal going bad, or that they were there to make a transaction for something. But it didn't say that they were because somebody asked during this presser, were they the supplier, and they weren't firm on that.
Yeah, I believe that they were the suppliers, like I said, because Christopher was the one that, well, not Christopher, I'm sorry, Matthew was the one that was flashing all that money around and all this jewelry, and there's pics on YouTube too where his older brothers are speaking, saying that he always packed everywhere he went, and they show pictures of him with, I believe it's maybe like an AK rifle and handgun and a pistol. So I mean, like I'm saying, he knew what he was in, and she knew what he was in it too. Supposedly, she was involved in drug dealing too. So, the only it's sad that they got killed that way, but it's something that you could say was eventual. The really one that I really feel for was a baby. And I don't want to sound harsh about it, but in reality, if you're dealing like that, something's bound to happen one way or another. And around here, in this part of the neck of the woods,
shit goes down.
People are saying that it's not cartel related. They could be wrong, because around here, if you're gonna handle that much drugs with that much cash, you got to be involved with something big. It's not a small time operation.
Thank you, Libby Live. Chatty Kit Kat.
Yeah, and this like I said, this neck of the woods, there's a lot of, not cartel, but
welcome back.
Y'all got some other organizations.
So you're saying you don't write out the cartel as possibly being involved in this?
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. If not cartel, there's other organizations that run around here. And yeah, because really, I've lived here all my life. I'm 66 years old, and I lived on the west side, which was the bad part of town.
66. You sound young, Mom. You sound young.
No, I'm not. I'm 66 years old. That's why I was looking at this. I'm retired. I'm sitting at home doing nothing.
Have you ever been around this location? You said you live in San Antonio, right? Have you ever been around this location at all? Do you know this area?
I kind of know it because I was a truck driver, so I delivered all around town and all around the state of Texas. And I know this area more or less where it happened. And as a matter of fact, a good friend of mine says he only lives like 2 blocks away.
Man, I'd love to get some footage from out there and look at the different area. That's wild out there, man.
But yeah, it's off a main street called Bandera Road. Takes you to Bandera, Texas.
I have a question for you. Like that area right there, is that a specific drug location in San Antonio? Being you live from that area, do you know if it's high in drug traffic or it's just a normal area? Is it a middle class area?
It's more like a middle class area.
Okay.
But I've never heard of it being like, a drug area or where, because that Leon Valley, that's where they were at Leon Valley. It's a suburb of San Antonio. And their police departments are real, real strict. So I know that they basically, it was not, a high crime area where something like this would happen.
Yeah, I'm about to chop up all 3 of these perp walks.
But yeah, it's like I said, that's what I wanted to say. And, I always told my wife, because when I saw that video about the towel being flung over on the seat.
Yes, sir.
I told him, I said, I wouldn't doubt it if the mother has something to do with it. Because, that doesn't look like the wind blew it away. No, it looks like somebody tossed it.
Well, I appreciate you. Any final thoughts you want to share with everybody before I let you go? I appreciate your phone call and knowledge of the area.
Yeah. No, everything. I was just wanted to say that, is that, I feel for the families, Yeah, it's not easy to have a loss like that, a tragic loss like that. But, like I said, they were involved in all this, drug dealing. The parents knew about it and stuff. So, something was soon, you could say something was soon to happen. But the one I really, really feel is they never gave him a chance with the baby.
Never gave him a chance whatsoever.
No, not even
never given a chance.
Not even to come into this world.
Well,
that's the only bad thing about it.
Thank you, Natalie. Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother. God bless you for calling in, sharing your thoughts and giving us some info on the area. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay vigilant, sir. Lock your doors, and you know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
God bless, brother.
Yeah.
You stay safe out there.
You too.
Thank you, sir. Good phone call. 219-85-9693. We want to hear from you. Everybody is getting 5 minutes. I'm not letting nobody stay on the phone for hours. If you do want to get a chance, 5 minutes. I know you guys like the time limits. They hold things in place. It gets more people to call through. I love it. 732 on moment. Talk to me.
Hey, it's beautiful messy ball.
Beautiful messy ball. 5 minutes. The floor is yours. Let us know. Talk to me. What's going on?
Okay, going to the affidavit. When it says blood transfer, it doesn't say blood spatter. So the blood had to have been from someone either touching Matthew or Matthew's body touching the car and the blood transferring. not from him being shot and the blood spraying. So my theory is he was either shot in the driver's seat and then moved to the back seat, or shot outside the car and then dragged, and the blood was either transferred from his body as he was being moved, or from Christopher or whoever moved him touching his body and then touching the car. Because if it was,
I started to think that maybe the shooting had occurred outside of the vehicle, but then again, it's like maybe
it
you're right.
may have, but we can't read too much into the way into the blood on the outside of the car, because it was blood transfer, not blood, because they said blood transfer, not blood spatter. You know what I'm saying? Because blood transfer means that it was from someone, either the body and the blood touching the car, or somebody touching the blood and then touching the car, not from when he was shot. Because otherwise they would have said blood spatter or blood spray.
If the cartel was involved, maybe it was selling drugs through Matt. Yeah, allegedly.
I don't think it was a cartel hit. I mean, it was
no cartel
way
hit.
too
It's
hot.
no, somebody was saying that they possibly think that he was getting drugs from the cartel, and this
I
allegedly.
mean, that's possible, but it's
I don't know that.
it's way too sloppy for a cartel hit.
Right.
The cartel, even if the cartel wanted to, because there are times the cartel will make sure the bodies are seen because they want to leave a message, but just the way it was done, it's just too sloppy.
Way too sloppy.
Way too sloppy. But that's all I had to say. I'll let you go so that because I know I can go on, and I'll let other people.
Happens.
I'll let other people go on. I just wanted to point
She
that out.
looks like she's empty. Look at her. She's empty as shit.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that they traced it to her gun, and she said it was her gun, totally throws out Christopher's story in the initial PCA about, the struggle over Matthew's gun. I mean, that story's blown out of the water now that they've positively identified the gun and she's said that it was her gun. His story's totally blown out of the water.
Man, she is just.
And he could also now get hit with obstruction charges, having knowingly lied to the police.
I'm sure there's going to be some adjustments in this case as far as
I'm sure
charges.
There's more charges to come.
She's empty. You could tell she's empty. She's done that guy. She feels like her life is over. Look at her. You could tell.
Yeah.
She's like, gets over. She's crying.
I mean,
she's crying. I didn't even catch that the first time that she's crying.
The one smart thing she did is not talk. The other two talked. She didn't say much other than, it was her gun, but
she's crying, I think. Seriously. When she looked down right there before. Yep, right here. She don't even want to look. It's like crying. It's hitting her what's happening.
Well, would you want to look at people?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. My head would be hung low too. I mean, I wouldn't be in that situation, but
somebody said Ozzy is pissed.
All right, well, I'll let somebody else call in. That's all I wanted to say. Take care. Lock your doors.
Yep. Take care. Beautiful, messy ball. Lock your doors. I appreciate you calling in and always sharing your mind and thoughts with us. You already know. Lock your doors. Stay safe. God bless. I'll hear from you again soon. I'm gonna go live again later. So.
All right. Bye.
Bye. beautiful messy ball. I appreciate her calling. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. It will be a double header today, by the way. Live right now and live later. So that is 1317 sent from heaven. Talk to us. You are live.
Hi, this is Vicky from Indianapolis.
Know who Vicky is right away. I already know you. What's going on, Vicky? Talk to me. 5 minutes. The floor is yours. Let's go.
I have a question, that's all.
Yes, ma'am.
At the beginning of the affidavit, the affiant would be the policeman, right?
Right, correct.
Okay. He talks about he recognized the victim, the pregnant girl,
Absolutely,
from another
a murder, 2022.
From another murder case. So what are these kids involved in?
Ethan. All right, so I think the 2022 case, Stan, and correct me in chat if I'm wrong, the 2022 case pertains to her 15-year-old brother, Ethan, that was killed over like 7 cartridges of marijuana.
Oh, okay. I couldn't quite grasp that. But, these kids nowadays, it doesn't have to be a cartel hit. It could be a gang thing. Because they didn't live like they had money. Money goes up the chain when you are a dealer.
Nice.
And he obviously was a dealer, so his money goes up. So that's why I think they didn't live lavishly. They were just getting money together to take care of their kid. That's still no excuse because they didn't take care of the kid in the end.
Wow. And this is just, I mean, we knew that there was a third person, Vicky. Like,
yes.
You could tell.
Yes. Yeah. There's two standing out when she hands the towel or whoever. And I think she was in the back seat and handed the towel to the son.
I think that she might have been possibly driving the victim's vehicle.
Well, that could be, but I don't know because she's not as big as her son.
Look at this hairline, though. Look at this hairline, right? I got a video zoomed in, right? I got a video zoomed in, and it in case her and her son, or not son, it's actually stepson. But here, I got the video. I got it in this video. Pay attention to this video, ladies and gentlemen that are just coming in. You see him. I got it. Yep. Boop. Stands up, stands out. That looks like her kind of to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that
unless
hair.
Unless he's wearing a man bun.
Yeah, just unless he's wearing a man bun. It's damn close. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
I'd like to see them all three beside each other on the height.
And you're looking right here, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're like, what the hell am I looking at? Well, here, let's go back and play it. You'll see what you're looking at. You're seeing someone step out for a second and go, oh, well, let me get back in. Oh, shit.
Right.
And they're looking towards something towards the back. It looks like they may be wiping off blood right there. She's he or she is
bending down and up and down.
You could see the hair structure and everything in this movement right here.
Right.
And it kind of looks like hers.
It's like she's wiping down the where you open the door, that area.
Right.
Where they had put him in the back seat. She didn't, and they might have had blood on their hands.
You know what?
That's how that transfer happened.
I'm gonna go out on the limb, Vicky, and I'm gonna say that this is her in this vehicle, allegedly. I think, and then this is my speculation. I think that this is stepmom in this fucking vehicle. I think that's.
I'd like to. It very well could be because unless he has a man bun, that's all I can say. That's why I said I think if they lined them all three together, you'd know better because right there, unless she's on her tippy toe, she's higher than the husband or her boyfriend, whatever he is. But I agree. I think it's her. I think she drove the car, went and picked him up. She drove the car, and that's how going and picking him up got her involved. But she's more involved than what we think or what we're hearing.
I think if I add some lighting to this, ladies and gentlemen, I think this might even make it pop a little more on what you can see because you could clearly
it's grainy. It's really grainy.
Super grainy, but you can see the hair structure and everything if you really pause on
You're
the right
frame.
Right
there, I've seen it.
Right there. Right there is like the best one I've gotten yet.
Right there. Yep. And you probably can't get it because I don't know. I'm sure the police you might be able to because I'm not computer wizard or anything, but they had to clear it up a little. And they probably can they've put her there. You know, they have put her there. She drove out of her home in that truck. When they returned, she was with the two guys that did this.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Hold on, I'm pulling this up like this because I want to look
And
at
they are going to whip her butt in prison.
You heard what Grandma was saying over
Oh
there.
yeah, I love Grandma.
You heard what Grandma called in and said right there. Hold on, let me minimize this.
Exactly. She said she's got her cane. I got that and a couple guns.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. Screenshot.
I think you. Now, come up a little, back towards you.
Here we go. Now,
there you go.
If you look here,
she looks a little.
Look at the big ass ears. I can even see the ears on this right here. Look, like dead ass serious on this frame that I got paused on to the right.
I see where your little arrow thing is. I see that.
Hold on, here we go. I'm gonna set up a new poll, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to vote as you're coming in because I personally believe
I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. Allegedly, I think it's her also because I think she's lighter skinned than the rest of them.
Yeah,
the other two, and that or the lights hitting her a way that makes her look that way. But even on the camera on your left side, where they're perp walking her, she looks a little lighter than them. And her not being his mother, I don't know. And I don't mean to offend anybody, so don't everybody jump on me.
I said, do you think, all right, so I put the vote poll up now. Do you think mom is driving the victim's car? Yes, no, it was Chris, other. All right, so there we go. I'll put that poll up. I want to see what you guys say.
I don't think it was the dad.
Oh, I got good eyes. Look, like right here, for real. I'm so serious. I need to snap this shot, zoom in because I think this is like the best frame of it. Here, let me try to make it bigger for you guys.
That's what I was saying. Make it a little bit bigger, not right up on.
Hold on. There we go. Is that? And
there's I see what you're talking about. That ear is sticking out.
That's right here. Is like I'm telling you, I'm seeing this, but maybe some people aren't. Maybe you are. Let me know if you see it.
I see it now that you've loaded up and pointed it out.
I can't see a damn thing. I agree, T-REV. She that car. I know some people are going to see it, some people aren't. You either do or you don't.
Right.
And it's
when
right
you
by
point
here.
It out, I see it.
It's right between. Okay, her head is this right here. Allegedly,
it looks like she's looking over the car right now. That's how you got that ear shot. And if you wouldn't have frame by frame, let's say, and looked at it, we would have never caught that because it goes fast because she's going up in the door well. Somebody said it was a door well.
But I'm being serious.
I was talking about washing up and down.
I wonder what her height is.
That's what I was saying. I think all three of them's a different height.
I'm 50-50. Okay, I voted. Let's see. Thank you. I just want to see who believes it possibly could. I mean, I see right here. I see ear, hair, long hair, and this face. Because kind of like it's obviously very blurry. There's a lot of pixelation in there, and you know things like that. But when we pull up
that
this,
CCTV when they, some places don't have the great monitor or cameras. They have cameras enough to get where they need to be, I guess, but maybe we're asking the public to more, people that own these places to get better cameras so we don't have any questions. But then what fun would that be? We wouldn't be able to debate.
Any final thoughts on this, Vicky? Like what?
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Damn sure
it's a shame, and these three are going to get it. If everybody, Grandma was talking about this woman here getting it, just think what those two men are going to go through. That kid, they're going to get it worse. There's some hard. I've never been to jail. Don't want to go to jail. I don't look good in orange, so I keep my nose clean. Now, younger, I can't say that, but now I do. But if they go, women can really kick some butt. But just think what those men will do. They will kill them.
You say you
And
have
you don't mess with a baby.
I swear, I know what I'm seeing here. Like that's why I zoomed in. That's why I went into my video program, my editing video. I use multiple different editing video programs.
Right.
All I did here was zoom in to where we could see the truck and car in our view and not everything else. Yes, it took away frames, but you know what? When I pause right here, again, if you are just coming in, look right here. This is the person getting out of the vehicle and getting back in. I happen to pause on the right frame. Do you think that this is Mirta Romanos, allegedly?
Yeah. The face structure also looks like it. If you look to the left, to the right, back and forth, the structure of her face, the chin and everything looks like her too.
And the ears, big as shit.
Yeah. I agree with you, T-REV. I've agreed with you on a lot of things.
Oh, I mean,
even through the Brian Koberger stuff.
No, yeah, we got
and
there's a
other
lot
stuff.
on that too. There's a lot on that too. Did you see
yeah,
the Faro video I dropped on that?
I'm sorry.
You got to go see the Faro video I dropped on that.
Okay. Okay.
Please. But I appreciate you, Vicky, for calling in and sharing your thoughts with us. As always, I love beautiful phone call every time you call in. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
God
Thank you.
bless
We appreciate you. God bless you and all the work you do and bringing attention to people that, we wouldn't have caught that. I wouldn't have caught that ear because I don't know how to do this kind of stuff that you're doing. And I see what you're seeing and I agree with you. You brought me around.
Well, I appreciate you, Vicky. I don't want nobody to agree with me. I want people to make their opinions and your speech.
Well, I did, and you brought me around.
You made your opinion. I appreciate it. God bless you, Vicky. I hope you have a
God
beautiful
bless
day.
you.
I can't wait to
You
hear from
too.
you again.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, with him. Shout out to Vicky. Vicky, always a great phone call. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. We didn't even get time to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. I woke up as soon as I opened my eyes and picked up my phone. I seen that the arrest here like a damn get out of a cannon. 260, you're on the show. Talk to me.
Hi, T-REV. This is Cheech.
What's going on, Cheech?
Hey, I just wanted to say, I think since they had surveillance on the stepmom leaving the house in the truck, she went to the scene, and Christopher was too freaked out over what had just happened. So she jumped in the car and drove the car, and it was Christopher and his dad in the truck, and Christopher was the one that handed him the towel. It makes sense for the mother.
Christopher's in there handing him the towel. They're both doing the cleanup as parents. Like, what the fuck did you do? And that's
Correct.
I'm picturing some
Exactly.
shit like that. That's what I'm picturing.
Exactly. And me being a mother myself, I would do anything to protect my daughter. But to cover up a murder or help assisting in a murder, no fucking way in hell.
Yeah, no,
I would not do it.
And assisting in a murder, especially wrongful murder, self-defense is different. And if it is self-defense, you would pick up the phone and call the police and let them know right away. If it's self-defense, you wouldn't hide evidence, you wouldn't hide anything. You would let the police come and collect everything that they need to collect to see that this was self-defense.
Exactly.
So,
and my daughter had a friend that she had stabbed her boyfriend to death with a comb.
Mm-hmm.
And her and I would assume her mom knew what happened, never said a word, never did anything, and she finally got caught for it. And it's like, how can people cover up a murder like that? I just don't understand. You cannot be in your right mind, especially with the baby being involved.
Right. With the baby being involved, I'm surprised that they didn't break earlier. And nobody broke. They got led to. It sounds like to me. They got led to by what Savanah searched in her phone. So.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to say that. And thank you for your coverage on this. I appreciate it.
Well,
I enjoy watching you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts and opinions with us.
Thank you.
God bless you. Have a beautiful day. I hope you guys had a beautiful holiday. When I say you guys, I mean
Yes,
you and
you
your
too.
family. Stay vigilant, lock your doors, and God bless you. I can't wait to hear from you again, ma'am.
Sure will. God bless you too.
Thank you so much. Shout out to her. Beautiful phone call. 219-885-9693. Somebody asked me to pull up a picture. So I mean, I could find another picture of her, just a regular still picture that's not this. Find another regular still picture for you. 239. What's on your mind?
T-REV.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. In the one of the papers on the arrest, they said that on the film or the cameras that they caught them, it was the mother and father leaving in the truck and then coming back with Christopher. So that's not her driving the car.
Okay. That's a good point. I'm glad you're pointing that out. And that's why I like people getting involved. Loved how you pointed that out.
Yeah. And then I'm wondering,
Thank you
on
for
that
that.
street, they said that Savanah Googled that address or that street name. Is there anything around that that's close, like a car wash or? Because I think that's probably where it happened at. And then Christopher was in his car, went back home after he shot him, and got somebody to go back with him to bring his car and that car back. That's what I think. So can you Google it and see what's around there? Some kind of
In what area? What are we
like
Googling?
off of his street
Okay.
that Christopher lived on?
Yep. It's Danny
Savannah
K, correct?
Googled.
Danny K?
Yes.
Or was it Charlie Chan? I think it was Charlie Chan.
Yeah.
Charlie Chan
She
Drive.
Googled that, so I'm thinking they were going to meet Christopher,
Uh-huh.
not at his house,
Right.
but somewhere close. And Christopher went in his car to meet him. It happened. He went back in his car home to get somebody to bring the car back, or bring his car and their car back.
Now let me pull this up. I actually have it pulled up right now. I see Charlie Chan here, right? We got the maps pulled up right now. I see Charlie Chan Drive is here, and then you got what else do we got in this area here?
Because she was Googling Charlie Chan for something.
And here's Cary Grant. You got Cary Grant,
Yeah, they live on that corner.
Charlie Chan. Then there's Dan Durya and Gomer Pyle Drive, Dean Martin, George Burns Street, just around this area.
But what is on Charlie Chan? Because I'm thinking maybe, Christopher said, meet me at the gas station on Charlie Chan.
We could drop
or meet
into
me
Charlie
at the car
Chan.
wash on Charlie Chan.
I just dropped right into Charlie Chan. Here we go. I dropped right into Charlie Chan Drive, and we will push up. I don't know which way to go here. Which was the address?
But he lives at the corner of Charlie Chan, and that's, you can't go any further. So they live at the end of Charlie Chan, so the opposite way.
I see it. This is a stop sign that would turn you on to Cary Grant. Okay, so this is Cary Grant. This is the corner. Now let's go all the way down this street back down here. I wonder, I'm thinking in my head, where did this crime occur at? Where did it take place?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. She's Googled something on Charlie Chan to go and meet him. And I think the reason her phone was left in there is it was in her lap and he didn't see it.
Where do they live at on Charlie Chan again? You said the corner?
They live right at the corner.
Right by a stop sign?
Mm-hmm. Right at that corner. At Charlie Chan and Cary Grant.
Trying to figure out what house it is again.
It pretty much dead ends.
5735. Okay. I got you. 5735?
Mm-hmm. I think that's the address. So you'd have to go back the other way.
I got you.
Down Charlie Chan. So what is that way?
I'm gonna grab it right here. Charlie Chan. It says here. No, we don't want no damn directions. What are we doing?
So if you're looking out their front door, onto Charlie Chan or whatever the name is, you would make a left. So what goes that way?
Yeah, hold up. It's 5. So Google Earth. I like Google Earth better.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Google Earth is so much better. Good gracious. So it's 5. All right. So it's gonna be. Let me go back and look at this now. 5937. What was it? 59. Oh, I just lost Jersey's comment. There it is, right there. 5735. 5735. 5735. 5735. Why isn't it let me type? 5735. Charlie Chan. Yep. Okay, there we go. So 50 fan or 50 fan. Listen to me. 5035 Charlie Chan Drive. Now,
Right? They're right on that corner.
yep, it's showing me. Let me enter Street View.
So if you look out their front door, you're gonna turn left. So what's down that road?
Let me drop my guy down here. Like, what's going on? Why can't we get down in the mix?
I thought I heard something on another channel. They didn't look it up, but something about a car wash.
It put me on Cary Grant when I searched it, which is absolutely weird. I'm dead serious. When I go to drop in down, it puts me at 5834 Cary Grant Drive.
Oh, really?
Every time I'm putting in this address, it drops me to this one. What is going on? Hold up. There's 5735. Let me try to drop again. It's not letting you get a street view.
Oh, that's crazy.
It putting me on Cary on this one anyways, on Google Earth.
That's crazy. Because Carlos lives on that one. Because he lives like catty corner to him.
I figured it was a girlfriend.
But that's definitely not the mother that's driving the car. Because they said they seen it on the house cameras.
Oh, I passed it before on the other one? Okay, let's go back to that then. 57. Charlie Chan. She said you passed it. It's hard to tell what it looks like on there. But here we go. Here's the street view right here. Bing bong.
Find it?
Yeah, I got the street view right here. It's 5735.
So when you look out their front door, you would turn left.
You look out their front door, you would turn left.
Yeah, because they like dead end right there.
Okay, so when you would come out, you would come out their front door. If you're looking and standing at the front door looking at the street, you would go left down this street.
Left.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, what am I looking for again?
If there are any car washes or like a school, maybe in a parking lot of a school or something at that time of night that wouldn't have a lot of business, I'm thinking that's where it would happen. Because she was Googling Charlie Chan.
Right.
They didn't say where she was Googling on Charlie Chan, but
so
maybe they're just not telling us that.
I'm thinking that if she was Googling Charlie Chan, she obviously met them somewhere on Charlie Chan.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
I don't think it was at their house.
Maybe even down the street on Charlie Chan. Maybe.
Correct. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I'm looking for a little desolate spot here that they would be able to meet at or it just happened outside and nobody caught on to it and called police. I mean, nobody heard gunshots.
I don't know.
See, I'm at Cary Grant now.
They're insinuating that it happened earlier. So, like 10-ish or something is kind of what they're insinuating in that one paper that they read today.
Oh, that's Danny K. I'm sorry. Now you said what on the say again, ma'am? I didn't hear you.
They make it sound like it happened earlier, like at 10 o'clock-ish or something. It's kind of the way it sounds to me.
Yeah, in the presser they said they met earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm thinking Christopher was in his car.
Uh-huh.
She Googled something on Charlie Chan, not their home, but somewhere else, and said, let's meet up here. We'll do our dealings. it all happened. He got back in his car, Christopher, went back home, and it took him a couple hours to figure out what they were going to do. He comes back to his house, driving their car with the bodies in it. Somebody else is driving his car, drops it off, runs in, gets Dad.
I'll check around on here and see what I come up with. I'll do a little deep dive on it later. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, I always watch you. I'll see it. I know I've been on here long.
It's okay. No, I just wanted to
T-REV.
look, though. I wanted to see what you're talking about, and I'm going to look. I'm going to actually look more in depth at it and see what we find around there. See if we can find the possible location of where this possibly happened at, because you know it's weird. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you calling in. God bless you. Thank you for your love and light. I really appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
God bless her. Beautiful phone call. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. She was only on for 7 minutes. I gave her 2. I wanted to see what she was talking about. Now, Scott says, where is Chris's biological mom in all of this?
Bing bang. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
623, you're on with me. What's going on? Talk to me now.
What's up, T-REV? It's infamous.
What's going on, infamous truth teller?
What is going on? I just walked in and I was like, what? I was like, they all don't have a heart. They all sold their souls. Goodness gracious.
Yep, but they were all three
crazy.
involved here. They were all
That's
three involved. We knew it,
I
though.
saw you looking. Huh?
We knew it, though. You know?
Yeah, we did know it. Yeah, and I think she was driving that car. You're absolutely right. And I don't know if you know who Bullhorn Betty is, but I'm gonna have to give her one time in my life. Gonna give her credit because she said that was a girl in driving the car. She said that probably about a week ago.
I don't.
I was like, I don't want to do it, but I have to give her some credit because she said it right from the start. She goes, I could tell it's a girl. She said, it's a girl that got out of that car. She said.
Bullhorn Betty, a girl that got out the vehicle. I mean, it both looked.
Yeah,
to
she
be
thought
honest,
it was a girl. She thought it was a girl like a week ago. She said that was a girl driving. She said.
To be fair, I thought this was a girl, and it's a man. So.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. at least.
Yeah. The long hair, it'll get you. But that's crazy. That's insane. I was looking at the map too. There's all kinds of little things around the Charlie Chan. There's like local electric. There's tactical solutions. So she could have told him to meet him anywhere, because it seems like that road goes like a straight. You know what I mean? It goes by a lot of stuff. I was looking at the Google Earth map.
Yeah, I have it up right here. I was looking at it. This Charlie Chan now leads down to. This is Danny
That's
K.
crazy.
Now, Danny K is all the way at the other opposite end of their street.
It was her gun?
Yeah, it was her gun, 100%.
Oh,
it said it was
snap.
her gun, and it was given to her by a family member.
Oh, snap.
That's what it said. I just read the affidavit.
They all were trying to jack them. So they all planned it. I bet you they all planned it. All of them. They're like, we're going to get this little, you know what I mean? Probably. And that's so evil. So evil. Oh.
Yep.
The whole family was in on it.
I think this is the house, correct? I'm not tripping, right? This is the corner of Charlie Chan.
Yeah, it's right on the corner.
5735. The son's vehicle would be parked right here. Carlos live on the other side somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Or over across the street from, or on the other side on this.
Yep, their last house right there. Yep, before you hit the corner.
So this is it. This is the house, ladies and gentlemen. Where did this crime take place at? That's what we want to know now. We're gonna have to dig into that. We have to dig into.
We're gonna have to talk to Carlos. Or what's his name? Carlos?
I want to know why nobody heard anything. That's what's bothering me. Who didn't hear gun? Did somebody hear gunshots or did they not?
Or maybe they hear it all the time and they don't, because I hear gunshots a lot, and I'm sad to say, but I hear it and I don't look out the window and I don't go outside, but you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to get all caught up, but I hear them quite often, I mean, if I hear them close by, of course I'm going to call them like, hey, I heard gunshots, that sound like they were pretty close or whatever. But I mean, the first thing you're not going to do is look out the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Because I remember there was I was staying at a place and some little youngsters, they did like a little walk by. They had parked the car like a couple blocks back, and they came and they walked up to the house and they shot up. It was our neighbor, and we hit the floor. We were playing cards. We hit the floor. our dog was hanging out the window, and we're trying to grab the dog out the window. And the police had the so when we saw the police, we kind of looked out the door, and he's like, "Did you guys see anything?" It's like, yeah, that's the first thing we did was look out the window. It's like, you know what I mean? That's the last thing we're gonna do is look out the window. Did you guys see anything? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we saw it all happen.
We saw it
You know
all.
what I mean? Yeah, if you hear gunshots, you're not gonna look out the damn window. We were hitting the floor like we were like military style, like crawling on the floor. But yeah, that was a long time ago. That's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to call in and just double check and make sure that I was hearing what I heard, because I just walked in the door. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah. I read the whole entire affidavit. If you want to go through and listen, and there's another topic in here that's getting to me, which is the blood transfer. What was the blood transfer?
Yeah.
Did he get shot outside of his vehicle?
They said he had drag marks. Didn't they say he had drag marks? He's the only one that had like they drug him.
He was dragged. He had drag marks on him. But what I want to know is, was he shot outside the vehicle and then dragged into the back seat? There should be evidence somewhere of that, wherever it happened.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing because I think my mind's going a million miles a minute.
It's okay. Well, I appreciate you calling. I'm gonna get a few more people.
Yeah, most definitely.
I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts. As always.
Well, thank you for doing your live and just keeping it real and hearing me ramble anyway.
I'm fine. Go back and listen to the
affidavit.
Yeah, go back and you'll see. I even had it pulled up on the screen, so you even be able to read it too.
All right, for sure. All right, take care of yourself, and you have a great rest of your live. All right.
You too. Thank you. Lock your doors. Stay safe. Stay vigilant.
Bye.
I say it every time. I can't help it. Shout out to her. I appreciate you calling in 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you. That's what we do around here. We open up the lines for people to call in. You can speak your mind of what your thoughts are on these cases that we're covering. I want to hear from you. Everybody gets 5 minutes. Unknown, show your face, not your waist. It's not happening. I don't answer unknown calls. You got to show your face and not your waist. You said there's their truck too in the driveway. Let's see if we can home video cam on there or see home video cam. Excuse me. Right there. There's your camera right there. You said home video cam. There's your cam. I found it for you. Maybe that's a light. It could be a light on the garage. You guys let me know. Do you think this is a camera or a light, ladies and gentlemen, on the Fastadio home? Camera or light? 317 sent from heaven. What's going on? You're live.
This is Vicky again.
Yes, ma'am.
If you go down to Danny K and make a left, right there at the corner of Danny K, and I think it's called Burgundy Rue, there's a convenience store. I wonder if that's where they was meeting. And she looked up Charlie Chan just to see what was close to there to meet. Convenience store would be perfect. People come and go. And he could have left his car there. And nobody would, think twice.
Now, I don't know. I think this might be a camera on their house there. I'm not 100% sure about
right that. There by the garage door.
Looks like maybe a little door
ring camera.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I just seen that and I thought, well, that's where maybe some stuff's happened and they're trying to get the video from that place. Because some places, they will video over within 24, 48 hours. So that's all I had.
Big.
You're welcome.
Like a camera.
Get better.
Look at this screen, right?
Oh, look at the top next to where you're right there is the camera.
It looks
under that window.
It looks like it could be a light, but it's not. The light's right here, and this is clearly, I think, a camera.
There's the light next to the garage door. Yes, and then right up there's the camera.
Yep.
Or is that a juice box for that light? I don't know. But they've got a camera. Somebody's got a camera that gave them the picture of the truck coming back.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So whether it's across the street with the Ring doorbells nowadays or what. Well, you get to feeling better,
Oh, I feel
T-REV.
great. Code green.
Got the hacking, coughing like me.
Oh, that's just
So,
you know, that's what
yeah.
happens when you're a smoker. You cough.
Exactly. Yes. I hear you. And you get the deep voices from the women.
Sure do. Glad
All
that I
right.
quit smoking cigarettes though. So
Yeah.
that's
I need to quit that myself.
yes.
All right. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Maybe they met at that convenience store and she was looking at, okay, what's around his address that we could meet him at.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder where they did meet, and I'm wondering why nobody
Yeah.
heard it, and I'm wondering why nobody's seen
Yeah.
anything. It had to be in an area where nobody could see anything. I mean, if something goes down like that,
That's true. And
but then again,
the convenience store wouldn't be a smart move either.
I
But
mean,
there's another place over there too. So there's lots of little places. I'm like that woman. There's lots of little places.
Hmm.
And the last caller. All right, T-REV. We'll figure it out. We always do.
God bless you, ma'am. I appreciate you calling in,
Mhm.
Vicky. Thank you. Can't wait to hear from you again. I always hear from you
Yeah.
2, 3, 4 times. You know, especially in the Idaho stream.
Oh,
Which
yep.
you know, saving that one.
Yep. Yep. Just wish they'd get on with that trial. I think he's
It's
strung
coming.
it out long enough.
It's coming. It's
I
coming.
know they're trying to wiggle him out of it, and I guess that's what your lawyer's supposed to do. But
They
let's
definitely
give them people some closure, and these people need closure. No telling when this will all go to trial here, unless they start turning on each other, and then it might be a quick one.
Now
Whoever takes the deal first to turn.
We'll see who takes the deal. I mean, it's definitely the family versus the family, and they don't know who's saying what. What's Chris saying? What's he saying? What's mom? You know, what's
Exactly.
mom
He's
saying?
already admitted that he did it. So is he trying to protect that stepmom or whoever, the girlfriend, whatever, or his dad? I don't think so. I think he did do it.
If he's loyal, right? Like if he's loyal and he's accept what he did, if that's the case, which I don't know, because they could have all orchestrated this allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
They obviously didn't find that, because why isn't Ramon got capital murder charges? You know what I mean?
Well, they can stick that on later. They've just got to make these three turn against each other.
Absolutely.
You know, once they get them turned and the mom starts talking, which I think she'll be the first one they break, and or the dad. It's not going to be him. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm so confused on this one. We know they did it. We don't know if they orchestrated it after a pickup, before a pickup, whatever. But they're going to try to turn these three on each other. And somebody's going to turn to get a better deal. And it may be the son, because he's the one that has admitted. Okay, God bless you and stay safe. Okay. Bye-bye.
Call Dago. Call Dago.
Emotional damage.
Call Dago.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Hey, T-REV, it's Fluffy. Okay, so couple of things. Number one, I was talking, Gypsy said something to you in the chat. Can you confirm there was one shell casing or two in the car? Yeah. Okay. So for me, that would indicate. Yeah. And also, I'd be kind of interested in the trajectory of where the glass is being blown out, right? So, for instance, if he was outside, Matthew got out, met with Christopher to do the drug deal outside of the vehicle, shot him outside the vehicle, and then did he turn and shoot at Savanah, right? Those windows are pretty tinted, so I don't know if he could be able to see her clearly enough. So I would. Well, what we do know, just from the PCA and just from the presser today, nothing like that is what they're saying. What they're saying is very simply that they have both they have Murta and they have the husband, I can't remember his name, leaving together, getting in, right? And then within minutes, you showed him meeting the son. And by the way, guys, in my opinion, that is absolutely, and if I'm wrong, man, I will be shocked. But that, in my opinion, that is Christopher driving. That kid looks like a girl. He's got a lot of feminine traits. He's short. He's got that long hair, and he's got a bit of a feminine build. They're the same height, and even when the lady's doing the perp walk, there's this cop behind her that's a man that's got long hair, and he's got his hair in a man bun. It's very easy to believe that Christopher had his hair in a bun. But anyway, but what we have them is leaving the house, and within minutes we have them again on video showing up. So there would be a whole different PCA, don't you think, T-REV? If something like that happens, it was shot at the house. It'd be, if your theory is correct, that Savanah was shot at the house, and all that was done at the house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I thought that caller earlier kind of leaned into that just a little bit, and I thought that she brought some good insight, and that is that we didn't really hear anything about splatter and the PCA. There was really nothing that was said about that. Really, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. All we heard about was transfer. We saw that something was on the outside. So to me, that just seems like that's indicative of Christopher being drugged.
Was I really muted? I was muted the whole entire time talking to you, and you were literally just talking. So this time I didn't even know that I was muted the whole time. My bad, chat. I'm sitting here talking to everybody. I did say I was definitely talking.
Oh yeah, you were. So go ahead. And say it. What he was saying, you guys, is that he listen. He was just saying, well, how do we know? Is there a possibility that something happened, something took place at the house? Savanah could have been, the whole thing could have happened. And I said that doesn't really
I
make
was
sense.
here. My bad, guys. I was muted. This is exactly what I was saying. I was saying, how do we not know that Christopher or that Matthew got out of his vehicle and went into this house and had a transaction or backyard or side of the house and something happened, and then they made up the story of Savanah struggled with the gun, blah blah blah, but I don't know. I just not
right. And then what I said is that we would have a very different PCA, in my opinion. But number one, we can see clearly that they have a camera. They have camera. I'm 90% sure that's a camera above the light on the garage.
And also, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a ring camera, because also the direction of where the door is, the front door, you could easily have a ring right there, and it gives you a direct line of sight at the truck. But we would have a very different PCA.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be muted on that. I wanted you guys to hear about my part of what I was speaking to Fluffles.
But there was somebody that said in the chat, and I thought that I was hoping that you could Google Earth this for us. Two things. Can you take us on a little ride? I want to go check out the elementary school from their house, because we know that they met somewhere around the corner from Christopher's home. So that one lady said that there's a wide open field right there. And now that might be why. Number one, did we find any shell casings in the street out there? And if not, maybe was there any blood on the ground? Where I'm missing where all the blood is. So I'm not getting where the exact crime scene is. And I wish that they would be giving us that. But possibly, did it happen out there because school is out and there's that big field? And did it happen out there? And that's why people didn't hear the gunshot, because it's a big empty field.
Now I'm looking up. It's okay. I think it's called Oak Hills Terrace Elementary School. Now,
yeah, there was a young lady. Actually, she could please put it back in the chat again.
I got it right here. Oak Hills.
Okay.
Oak Hills Terrace Elementary School. Now I'm gonna pull this up. We're gonna click on it. We're going to get us a map view here. Where's this elementary school at? Drop me in there.
Yeah, Nancy 8, stupid criminals caught on your own cameras. That is so funny. Totally. And listen, these guys were not the brightest, bulb in the drawer to be plugging in. They left shell casing, left the phone, they left the car there with the bodies. I mean, they literally just drove it behind an apartment complex and parked it. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm out by the school, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let me pull the school. All right, so this is our school section right here, right? Here we go.
Okay.
This is the school. Could they have met here at the school? Possibly. But I mean, wouldn't you be here? Let's go and meet in a school property and sell drugs.
Well, the school's out and it's at night. So
personally, most drug dealers stay away from selling at schools. But then again,
when I was a kid and I did drugs, we did a lot of nefarious things in the fields of school when school was out. It was summer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not summer, it's winter, but still, I think they're on Christmas break.
Yeah, so what I said, what I answered back to Fluffles on what she was talking about is that just specifically she was speaking about the house. And I was saying, I wonder if they met at the house. And he, you know what I mean? He got out the vehicle and they or him or whatever caught him off guard. But it also adds up with him being in the back seat too, because of the spent shell casing, one, and two, if it's behind the right ear, then that indicates that somebody was sitting behind him. So that kind of defeats what I'm saying, in case Christopher was talking to him or the dad was talking to him and he walked up from behind out on the side of the house, wherever, shot him in the back of the head and dragged him to the vehicle, or went and killed Savanah after and then drug him into the vehicle.
No, actually, I didn't know. I didn't know that the report said that. So it said that he had a shot in the back of his right ear.
Yeah, they're behind the right ear.
Okay, well, I guarantee it. It's got to be the simplest point from A to B. It's got to be the answer. There's a saying, and I can't remember what it is, but it's something. I could look it up, but it's whatever's the easiest is usually the correct. And that to me is like he probably drove up and said, "Hey, dude, get in," right? And got into the back seat, and went down. No. And then drug him out of the front seat, and drug him to the back.
Yeah, that shit's wild as hell.
But I was wondering if you could also go up to the convenience store. Just get an idea.
This camera shit is wild too.
Yeah. These guys could be like on World's Dumbest Criminals show.
This is wild. So 5735. This is the silver. It looks like that's the same Silverado. It's got that. Maybe is it the same Silverado?
Yeah, that's the same Silverado. Yeah, I'm in real estate. So these pictures are taken fairly frequently. Somebody could go back and just look at the records and just see. I mean, you could look at public records and see how long they've owned this property. That is probably the chances of that being a different vehicle is not very good.
Well, my thing is here, we know they had surveillance camera, and it says specifically in the affidavit with it says in the affidavit that they seen certain things on this camera from their own home. So it's when your own camera smokes you, good gracious.
Yeah, and that's why I agree with that one caller that said I think it was Grandma that said that we got a new GMA in the house. Grandma said she didn't think this was the cartel. The cartel wouldn't do a hit like this.
Ain't no doubt.
So I agree. But anyway, I love you guys. I just, I truly think that that guy right there, Matthew, no, not Matthew, but Christopher, I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah.
That's our driver. And he just looks a lot like his stepmom. And I don't even think that's his stepmom. But
Yeah,
they do look similar.
It's so, and then that right there, she starts crying right there. She's like, I could tell she's crying. And it's like, do you have remorse? I'm surprised she didn't even talking.
Well, she screwed up when she hid the gun. I mean, she could have put the gun in plain sight or somewhere and just said
it was in the lock. It was in the locked room.
Yes, right. And you just took the words right now. She fucked up, and excuse my language, 2 ways. Number one, the room was locked, so who would have access? Because she admits I'm the only one with the key. So boom, the gun's in her room. She's the only one that has access, and the gun's hidden. So she's implicated herself. She's done.
And well, that's why.
Not very smart criminal.
Any final thoughts, Fluffles, before I get
it? Love you guys.
Well, I appreciate you. God bless you. We love you too. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. And I'll talk to you soon.
Will do. Thank you.
Love and light. Shout out to her. I appreciate her. Shout out to Fluffles. 501. What's going on?
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, man?
Hey, this is Sammy G from Arkansas.
Oh, Sammy G, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Working a lot, but listening a lot too. I just wanted to say last night you had a caller that had mentioned something, and she had a very good point. Like the time of the video of the truck meetup, because they had at least one of them called 911, would it have been possible to have saved baby Fabian? If so, all of them should be charged with capital murder, in my opinion. I'm just so mortified by this. And Regina, I wish I could give you a hug. I'm a grandma too, and I can't believe this has happened. But T, I just want to say thank you for all the time you devote to all of this stuff for all of us, because it's hard. This is tough, this world we live in. But I think they should all go down for capital murder, because if there's a chance that video of them dumping the car was within moments, 20 minutes maybe, of them being shot, there's a chance that baby may have lived. And I think they are all culpable. Whether they are all involved or not, they all knew, and they should be charged.
Absolutely. Capital murder.
Yeah.
But, I mean, will we get that? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We'll see it.
For Christopher, he's getting that. There's no doubt about it. But
looks like it right now, but we'll see. I think the details, they'll come out.
It sounds like revenge to me.
Yeah.
JB said.
Well, it sounds like a pretty big setup.
My thing is was this personal? Because it ties back to this Telegram and the things that we were able to find out, especially with the usernames that he uses, like this Jew Yuck account that you guys are seeing here on the screen. Again, I've been talking about this a lot lately, and this information was passed along and put out there and passed to me from Marlena. This Jew Yuck account matches up with some of the gaming accounts that he had and other different things. So if this is Jew Yuck, he is simply been, from as far as I know, the post that he liked, this was on June 17th that he liked this post. So he's been following Matthew.
Irregardless, they're all involved. They can't deny it. And I find them all culpable for having had the responsibility to have at least saved that baby. In my mind, I'm a grandma, and I am mortified by what has happened, and it has been so difficult not to get wrecked by this. And I'm over it. I'm really proud of law enforcement for having come this far this fast.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
but I don't
Outstanding
want to
job.
stay on here forever. I want to give someone else an opportunity to talk. But I wanted to point out, you did have a caller last night, and she mentioned that, and I got to thinking, and I was like, she's so right. You know, had that video been close enough to the time that they were shot, there is a chance that baby would have survived had one of them called 911.
I had to. This new affidavit. I mean, that's what it showed, that she, unlocked the door for them to go in there, and it was a family member gave her this gun. I wonder where that's going to come into play, because if a family member gave her a gun, she's also, they're saying that she's also on probation.
Oh, lovely.
That's what they.
Well, that's going to play out really well for her. Good luck to her.
That's
the best I can say. I can't believe this whole thing.
What's going on, Robert?
I'm beside myself. But thank you so very much for taking my call, and I love you all. Thank you.
I love you back. God bless you. Shout out to her. I appreciate it. Lock your doors. Stay safe. 501. Beautiful phone call. 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. Phone lines are open again. If this Jew Yuck account is him, like, I don't know if they will be able to put together a motive of he watched him for months and months and months, and finally was like, fuck it, look at all this money he's getting. This dude's close to me. We live close. I can get up into him in person. We can possibly commit this, whatever. Who knows? Was it that? Was it really that? Nice, intelligent caller. Thank you. Yeah, very good caller, by the way. 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. Now, this part too. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me pop this back up. Let me pop this back real quick. Because in this footage right here, look, I had it on perfect frame too. Unknown, show your face, not your waist, will not happen around here. You already know that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care. Jerry.
You said this entire case was senseless. Lucky Phil says, I can't get that out of my head. The baby might have survived if they called 911 anonymously. I mean, do we think that? Because by the time 911 gets there, I mean, it'd have been a miracle, but damn, yeah, I mean, I get it. 100%. 502, I'm with you. What's going on?
And then I didn't even think about it. Mom might have been the one that done the jump.
Can you hear me?
But that person was so short. They did.
All right. My man's playing the earlier part and then calling in and letting me hear the earlier part. Is that what we're doing? Unknown, show your face, not your waist. 502, what's up?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I have been watching the Soto.
Can you do me a favor though? Mute the background.
I'm sorry, what?
Because the live stream can hear that.
Okay, thank you.
You hear me? Yeah, that's loud. That was super, super loud. So if you call in, you gotta mute your background, please. If you call in, make sure you call in from a quiet area, please. Or else the chat, everybody that's listening, hears all that feedback. 502, what's going on? You're live.
Yeah, we had a question.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Hello?
Hello?
I was wondering to have my input put on about the murders of Savanah and what
Savanah Soto?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
Absolutely. Speak your mind. That's what this is for.
I have a question. I don't know if, but I think they did something to the baby also after they shot him.
So you think that they did something to the baby, or are you asking, did they?
I think they did something to the baby.
You think they did something to the baby after?
And to the baby, Fabian was cremated.
I agree with what Melissa McNeely just said. She said, I really would like to know the true motive here.
Right. And I think the baby was on Savannah's lap with that baby carrier, and Fabian was inside that baby carrier.
So sad.
But thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And any other thoughts or anything that you have that you want to get out there?
And also, I know that I'm thinking that they got killed. They got shot somewhere else, and it was execution.
Executed somewhere else and then dumped.
Yes, and then also, I think all three of them should get the death penalty.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you look up what happened to baby Fabian after the mother died, that baby suffocated for 4 minutes and died a vicious death.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking when all this started. I've been watching everything from the get-go, and that's my thoughts about the baby.
That baby suffered the most vicious death, drowning.
Okay. Also, to that's another thing too. I was thinking that from the get-go, because baby carrier was on Savannah's lap, and thinking that they took the baby out of Savannah's and put the baby in the carrier.
Put the baby in the carrier.
Yeah, because the carrier is on top of Savannah's lap when they found her. When they found it.
Wow. That's interesting. Oh my God, that's horrific, Fabian. Yeah, no, if you look up what happens after that, Regina's actually is the one who sent it to me, and God, it makes your stomach curl.
Oh God. I mean, that is so crazy.
You know, it makes your friggin' stomach curl when you literally just, it really does. It makes you just thinking about it's making my stomach curl right now. That baby suffocating inside that.
Yeah.
They all do need to be charged with capital murder and face the death
Right.
penalty. Absolutely. I think the baby was still in her wrong. A lot of people, baby carrier was probably put in her lap as Matt was on the back seat, so needed room. Absolutely. Trigger warning, by the way. You smell jealous. I've been so lost until I hit the play button. Cindy Lewis.
And then also, I think actually this is all gang related, and because they put Matthew in the back seat.
Yeah, they dragged him into the back seat, and there was drag marks on his back.
And also too, there would have been a blood trail putting Matthew back in the back seat.
He said, "Are we allowed to post facts?" What do you mean? Are we allowed to post facts?
No, I said the way they had put Matthew in the back seat, dragging him. There had to have been a blood trail, and I know there's more people involved because there was a couple years back. There was a DOA on the police reports, and
yeah, that was 2012. The DOA was 2012, I believe, and it was older person that passed away in the house. DOA was an older person that passed away at the house. It said sickness and something else.
Gosh.
But I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, thank you, and I will be calling you back.
Yeah, anytime you want. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being a voice in the community. God bless you and your whole entire family. Lock your doors, stay safe, Be vigilant.
Yes.
God bless
And
you,
I'm
man.
so sorry for the children, for all three of them, to the families.
Yes, ma'am. God bless
Alrighty.
you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
You have a beautiful day.
You too.
Sure. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. We want to hear from you.
Call Dago. Call Dago.
Unknown, you know that's not happening. Why does Unknown keep doing it?
I've seen him do it.
Does Unknown not get you don't get the clue? It's okay. I'll let Unknown be my friend. Well, I wasn't expecting to wake up and immediately go live. That's exactly what happened. I rolled out of bed and went live immediately. And if you are just coming in, it's breaking news coming out of San Antonio, Texas. The third person that we've been talking about for days has now been arrested and is now behind bars and provided the gun to the stepson. So 316, you're in the mix. Talk to me.
Hi, I was just curious, like, how did the guy that was charged, how did he kill both of them at the same time? You know, since they were
Right.
shot behind the right ear.
Correct. One, I think they said one behind the right ear and one behind the left.
That doesn't make sense. Did they just sit there and wait their turn to die? Like, I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
been
and
bothering
that's
me,
a
you know?
good. I love that you're bringing this topic of conversation up, and it needs to be talked about because I think about that in my head every time I say, okay, well, one was shot behind the right, so one couldn't somebody get a reaction to reach for a gun, and you know what I mean?
feel like there's more to it. Like, I feel like there's more than just one person, you know, that murdered them. I don't know. It doesn't add up to me.
You think there's two shooters?
I don't know, because he didn't have two guns, so he didn't like have both hands pointed at one head and one at the other, you know? I don't know. I don't think that one of them would just sit there and be like, okay, I'll wait my turn to go.
This case is not.
I don't know if that makes sense or not. It's just the story is so sad and heartbreaking.
It definitely is heartbreaking. Knowing a baby suffered like that, all of them. I mean, every single one of their deaths is heartbreaking because, and even the life that Matthew lived and Savanah was living, they still had time to change. They were very young.
Right, and from what I heard, he was, you know, in the process of trying to change. It's just nobody got to see that part of him because it was too late. You know, he wanted to change for her, and he wanted to change for his baby because he was going to become a father. And I don't know. I just appreciate you taking my call, and that was just on my mind.
No, that's fine. Anytime you have any thoughts, questions, theories, anything that you want to share, call in.
You have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Lock your doors. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. God bless. Shout out to her. Love and light. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. $765. You're live.
Hey, what's up, T-REV?
What's going on? Talk to me.
What's up? So I joined a little bit late, so I apologize if you guys already talked about this a little bit. But my question is, why did they hold on to the gun so long? If they had so much time in between, and kind of knew they were coming.
Huh.
Has anybody talked about that?
Why did they hold the gun so long?
Like, why did they keep the gun in the house? I guess. I mean,
Yeah. That's a good point. Why did they keep the gun in the house? Why did she lock it in a room? Why did she put it in there? Because it just sounds like they weren't criminals.
Right.
Right?
I mean,
Are you that
outside.
stupid?
Right. I mean, they left the truck outside, and they kept the gun. The dad wasn't surprised when the police showed up. I'm like, they didn't get rid of anything or hide anything whatsoever.
I think they were either slow, world's dumbest criminal, something, because you're going to leave the murder weapon in your house. It just is super weird. You leave the murder weapon in your house knowing it's the murder weapon.
Right.
Make it
yeah,
make sense.
that was my one thought. I hadn't heard anybody say anything about it, so.
Appreciate you, Tattoo Rebel. 10 months. You've been around a lot.
But anyways, alrighty. I just wanted to ask that. I'm gonna join chat again, but I appreciate you talking it up a little bit.
Thank you. God bless you, man. I hope you have a beautiful day.
You as well.
Lock your doors. Up to her. 219-885-9693. What is your thoughts, opinions, theories? Is mom driving this vehicle? Is mom not driving this vehicle? Third suspect arrested in the Savanah Soto case. I know people are probably waking up surprised today to hear the news. Look at that perp walk. Ozzy Osbourne is probably ashamed seeing you in that. Look at that new perp walk. This is today's brand new perp walk, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Look at the walk of shame right here. Look at that. Look at that walk of shame. Just look at it. And she's over there going,
I've seen him do it.
She belongs to the streets.
It hit different.
Yes, mom is a stepmom. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Here. Let's go to that moment. Let's lock into that moment. This is the moment where the walk of shame came down, ladies and gentlemen, earlier. If you missed it, here is the walk of shame. There is that walk of shame, ladies and gentlemen. Said, no, that is his mom.
Mirta, did you give Christopher your gun? Did you give Christopher your gun to use in this murder? Are you sorry?
Excuse me, guys.
Did you give Christopher your gun? How can you sleep at night? How have you been able to sleep at night?
Ciao, guys. You have anything to say to the family?
Did you give Christopher your gun? What is your silence supposed to say? What message is your silence sending? Are you sorry? Does your silence mean anything? What do you want people to know? What do you want to say to Savannah's mother? Matthew's mother?
302, what's going on? You're live.
Hey, T-REV. I just had a couple thoughts. I watched something earlier about this whole situation. That is actually Christopher's real mother. The house that they lived in was her father's, and it was willed to Christopher when he turned 21. And the camera, the Ring camera footage that caught her in the truck was actually their own camera on their house.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I watched another YouTuber, Ikid Mel. I watched him earlier, and he had a whole bunch of documents pulled up, and yeah. So it was actually their own fault that they all got caught with this. But I hope they all enjoy jail for a very, very, very long time.
Long time, huh?
Very long time.
No, a lot of us are speculating that dad doesn't get that. A lot of people are saying he's just going to get slapped on the wrist, probably do 5 tops, 10 years tops.
Yeah. I just think it's a shame. I don't know why, but the mother, she never took Ramon's last name. She goes by her maiden name.
No,
but we were looking up at birth certificates.
Sure. I want to ask you a question pertaining to what you just said before. You were asking, you said something about they were going to give the house to him, right?
Yep, when he turned 21.
Where's that coming from?
His grandfather. It's actually his grandfather's house. The YouTuber I was watching earlier, when all this went down, they actually pulled up the will of the grandfather. So it's in her possession until Christopher would turn 21.
Thank you for clarifying that. Now, can you? Is there any way you could send me the video or anything where I could see that will? Because I'd like to check into it. I just, or pull it up and show everybody.
Yeah, I can email you the YouTuber's name because it was a live from earlier today.
Yes, ma'am. That would be perfect.
Okay.
That's just as good.
Yeah. Yep. I just appreciate what you do. I've been watching this from the beginning, and it kills me. Just nonsense over stupid shit.
So this JLR?
No.
Okay.
It's
No,
another
somebody said it was
YouTuber.
JLR, but I was reading shit.
See, I haven't seen JLR. I watched another YouTuber. His name is Ikadmel.
Okay, I know
He's out of
Ikemel.
Florida.
I know Ikemel.
Yeah. His live from earlier today is where he pulled up like the will from the house and the marriage certificate between her and Ramon and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. No doubt.
Yep. I didn't know if I was going to get through. Every time I go to pick up the phone any other time, you're too busy with calls.
Oh, it's so good. I'm glad you got through. I'm glad you got
Yep.
through.
Yep. Yeah, me too. Like I said, I appreciate what you do. I enjoy watching you guys, and I'm always a lurker. I'm never a chatter or a talker, but today I was.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you called in. I love hearing from
Yeah.
everybody. I really do. I'm glad that you called in, shared your thoughts and opinions with us, and being a voice in the community. I appreciate you for doing that. God bless you,
Yep,
man.
well,
I hope you have a beautiful
yep.
day. Lock your door, stay vigilant, and I also hope you and your family had a beautiful holiday too.
You too, Trev. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Sure, love and light. I can't believe these people didn't care to kill a innocent baby. I'm confused. I thought the police said stepmom. Yeah, I did hear that. They said it in this interview right here that we're looking at, correct? They definitely said that. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, hold up. 360, you're on the show. What's going on?
How you doing, T-REV?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Not a whole lot. I'm doing good, man. Sorry, answering the wrong question.
You're good.
Busy like reading stuff, reading the chat up here and stuff. Anyway, I just had a couple thoughts. One, the live that Carlos had last night where he was putting the puzzle together, he talked about a video that he had.
Okay.
That he was scared to release. And so I wondered if he might have caught the police coming back to their house last night and some of the activity, and might have been able to let us in that mom was getting ready to get arrested, but he didn't want to do that. I don't know, but he did have that video where he was putting the Gremlins puzzle together last night, the neighbor, and he was like, "Oh, I have a great video. I don't know if I should show it." And then he was like, no, I better not show it. But anyway, I just speculated that might have been, he might have saw the police back over there at their house and knew that maybe this was about to go down. Also, man, you know, mom, they said the Ring camera caught her leaving the house in the black truck and then showing back up in the black truck. But like anything could have happened in between that, you know, she could have gotten out of the truck and into the car. You know, Christopher could have gotten into the truck. Anything, they could have switched over, and then, you know, so I don't know that it really necessarily means that she wasn't the driver of the car at some point in time. She could have been easily. All they have to do is get out and switch. Also, I guess my last thought is, or almost my last thought is, if there is another crime scene, it seems like the local media would have been there by now.
Right.
And so my other question is if it all happened inside the car, then is just the inside the car and the car itself considered the crime scene, not necessarily where it was? So for instance, if it happened on the corner, but it all happened basically inside the car, then now the crime scene just is the car. Wherever the car goes is the crime scene, right? and then maybe the blood transfer on the outside of the car is someone getting out who got blood on themselves while they were in the car and the crime was happening. They get out of the car and accidentally get some blood. Because I don't know, do we know whose blood it is on the side there?
On the vehicle?
Matthews
sure
or
it's
Savannah's?
I'm sure.
They said it's okay. I didn't know.
Because I feel
was
as if
just saying,
Savannah
like if you were
wasn't
in,
even moved, I feel like she was left or killed right on in the passenger seat and left there but Matthew, they had to drag him out. Whether he was killed in the vehicle or outside of the vehicle, he had to be put into the back seat for somebody to be able to drive. They're not going to sit on a dead body.
Right.
Bigger warning.
And so at some point in time, that person got blood on themselves as well, maybe, and then they got it on the outside of the car. I don't know. I'm saying, but you're right though. It could have been outside the car and then dragged into the car, But
police say stepmom too. And if you watch the presser from today, in the presser, everybody, I see your comments. I see you saying, so now it's mom and now it's stepmom. No, they say stepmom in this video to the left. In the presser,
they do
said stepmom.
Yeah, they do say stepmom.
I want to clarify that.
Yeah.
No, because somebody said
so my
last call that was that was mom.
Right, that she was married to Ramon, but just didn't take his last name. And then I saw someone else say that it's the stepmom of the older brother, but the real mom of Christopher. So maybe this is where some of the confusion is getting in there, is that she's a stepmom to one of the boys, but it's being confused. Anyway, my last thing I thought of was that there's all this money and guns and drugs being flashed. Where is all that? And if you have all that, why do you live in a small apartment and drive like an 11-year-old Kia? And also, why do you expose yourself on social media but get your windows tinted and blacked out of your car?
Right.
Like, I want to hide, but then you go on social media and you don't want to hide. I don't know. I mean, I don't think any of this, God bless all of them, the folks who, the three that were murdered. But I just don't think, with all of these folks we got here, we're not dealing with people that were thinking that night very clearly. Because, this is horrible. Went down in this way and this baby. Yeah, it's horrible, man. I just want to bring up those couple things and let some other folks. My time is up. Yeah, I'm out, man. Thank you very much, T-REV.
I appreciate you calling in, man. Any final thoughts that you want to say before I move on to another call?
No, man. Just that I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot, man. Doing double header today. That's crazy, man. Love you.
Man. You know how it is. I try to tell people brace for 2024. I'm back in regular form. I love y'all, man. I'm back. We're here. We're turning up 2024. Voice for the voiceless all year long. So we will be following all these cases that are coming out. We will be on top of. So I appreciate you being a voice in the community and spreading your love and light, brother. God bless you and your family. I hope you had a beautiful holiday. Lock your doors, stay vigilant. You already know what time it is.
Right on. Take care, brother.
You too, brother. Shout out to him. Good phone call. I want to hear from people. 219-885-9693. What is your thoughts and opinions now that Myrtle was arrested today? She provided the gun, had it in a door. It was in a locked door. She unlocked the door, let the police go in there. They got the gun. So they didn't really do a good job of covering anything up. Why go through everything to wipe prints down and try to conceal of evidence, but yet you keep the fucking murder weapon in your house? That right there to me is just it's crazy. You keep the murder weapon in your house, but you wipe down everything else. You bring a towel. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. What's going on? Crazy. Think about this. Good caller. They weren't very smart criminals, says Angel Basham. What's going on, Riddler? Welcome to the stream, Dawn. It's nice to see you. Dawn says, look at that pic of Chris. He has more curves than mom. Huh? He has more curves than mom. A really half-ass cleanup job at the apartments. Care Bear says they want her to think she wasn't a suspect, but social media said otherwise. Bing bong. She definitely was a suspect. There's definitely was a towel moving in the vehicle. We knew that. Again, here, since people are saying, Mom, I want them to hear this presser again. Here, listen. Let's jump up a little bit and listen to this woman.
And
she breaks it down.
Her gun.
All right,
Warrant, some paperwork that we've gotten that she told police that she was sleeping the night that this happened, and that she said it was her gun. You guys ready? Okay.
Watch.
Ready? Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. We're going to provide you with an update on the Savanah Soto and Matthew Guetta case. First and foremost, once again, SAPD wants to extend our condolences to the family of Savanah and Matthew. Today, as you saw, we just made another arrest. This is the third arrest in this case. Just to recap, back on December 23rd, Leon Valley PD reported that Savanah and Matthew Guetta were reported missing to their jurisdiction. On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance. When
You want closed captions? I got you. I'm sorry. I got you. It says unavailable. It says closed captions are unavailable.
those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guetta. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing. Since then, our homicide unit has done an outstanding job in following this case. They followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance video, which led them to these arrests that were made. On January 3rd, we made two arrests, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. There was a lot of information on social media that there was a third individual involved. Our homicide detectives were aware of that. However, we were looking for enough probable cause to make that arrest and to present the best case forward to the DA's office. Today, that happened. They were able to develop enough evidence to charge 47-year-old Mirta Romanos. That's Myrta Ramanos. She is believed to be, I'm not sure exactly what the relationship is, but maybe a stepmother to Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher. She is being charged with 3 felonies. The first one being alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse.
There's one.
Which is a second-degree felony. She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony.
Twice.
And a third charge, tampering with evidence. Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon in that truck. At this time, I'll take any questions that you might have. It was her weapon, right?
Did you hear that? That is an important detail. Listen again.
Leaving in that shows human corpse, which is a second degree
Listen
felony.
right here. Listen.
She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony, and a third charge, tampering with evidence. Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon.
Turning to the home of Christopher and Ramon. You hear that? 207 sent from heaven. What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, T-REV, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself, man?
Awesome. I am doing okay. I'm just a little bit confused. I don't understand why people think they'll ever be able to get by with crimes anymore these days. With the cameras out there, the door cameras and the street cameras, how do you think you're going to get by with this?
It said that she left alone and came back with them both. Wow. That's exactly what she just said in this interview.
I know. And I'm just thinking, I wonder if did she not know what she was going out there to go pick like the dad and the son up?
Right.
Did she not know this? She had to have.
Oh my God.
I just peeped. I had to literally I watched the presser earlier, but now watching it back, I'm picking up on that detail that right there that I missed that said she left and came back with them both.
Right. I watched it like 3 or 4 times myself, and I understand. So you want to watch it over and over.
Dad was involved.
I'm sorry.
Dad was involved. That has to mean Dad was involved.
Absolutely, but that's what I'm coming to is: do they not understand that cameras are out there on the streets, on people's houses, on people's businesses? Do they not? Do criminals not know these things? Are they oblivious to being caught or not being caught due to not knowing all of the cameras out there? Are they oblivious to it? It's confusing to me.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, the waitress, you have been saying it for hours. She left the house in the truck by herself and then comes back with them both. And that means that Ramon Presidio was in that. Was he in the vehicle with his son when a drug transaction went down?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he was absolutely involved from the very beginning. I think they were just trying to steal their money, or maybe they did have some kind of drug. I mean, I'm not going to insinuate things, but maybe they did have some kind of drug trafficking or whatever going on. And Matthew messed up and just happened to have I'm sorry. Is it Samantha? I'm drawing a blank here.
You said Savannah. That's who you're talking about.
Savannah. Yeah. And she just happened to be tagging along with this supposed big drug trafficking thing. I mean, I'm just kind of confused. Not so much of, I believe drug trafficking goes on. I believe you have the small man, you have the big man, you have the in between man. I get that. I kind of think that the dad was the big guy. He's the one that would probably be able to afford, a high quality and multiple ounces or kilos or whatever of drugs. And maybe Matthew was selling them. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying this at all. But I'm trying to figure it all out, put it all in perspective. And I just wonder if the dad wasn't the big guy, Christopher wasn't the in-between guy, and Matthew was the small guy. And something went wrong with the small guy and the in-between guy that caused the big guy, the father, to make a decision on he had to go. He had to be gone.
Wow.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying, I'm trying to piece this all together. And it just, first of all, anytime you make a crime or do a crime these days, you have a high probability of being caught no matter what because of the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So for them not to think of those things, kind of strange. Yeah, but I do think the father was with Christopher when they were killed. I believe the mother took the car or the truck. I call my truck the car too. But I think she took the truck to meet up with them, and then the father got into the truck at a certain location, and then they decided to take the bodies to another location, and that's why he got out of the truck. I mean, it makes sense to me. The way what I'm thinking, it makes sense to me. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know, but it definitely makes sense to me.
I agree with what she's saying. Yeah,
And I really, you know what, to be honest with you, T-REV, also, the stepmother, I'm not even sure she knew. I mean, I don't know. I can't say that she knew exactly what was going on. I think she was being told what to do, and she just followed instructions. And that's how she got caught in the middle of it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, we read the affidavit. I mean, we read it, Riddler, right? I've read the whole entire thing from top to bottom. The new one too. All of it.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously know the gun was hers, but I don't know. I'm kind of shocked about this. This has been a curveball of the case, that's for sure.
She never says she left alone. Going down a rabbit hole, in my opinion. It doesn't say she left alone. No.
That video
no.
through our 47-year-old Myrta Romanos. That's MYRTA
Says it right here.
RAMANOS. She
Do you
is
think the
believed
mother
to
knew,
be,
the
I'm not
stepmother
sure
knew
exactly what the
from the get-go what was going on?
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know about the get-go. I can't say the get-go, but I don't know. She knew something, which is why she got locked up, and which is why we know that there was a third person in that vehicle. We seen that towel move. We made those speculations. We jumped on that. Any final thoughts that you want to say before I get another caller?
I mean, you know, I know she knew something. I don't know that she knew something from the very beginning as far as the killings go. I don't even know that she knew Christopher had her gun. But I'm just, you know, I have to say I'm thankful for your coverage, and I'm just gonna stay on with you and until the end.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. God bless you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Lock your doors, stay safe, and thank you for being a voice of the community. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much.
God bless you, ma'am. Shout out to her. No, we've listened to the presser. If you've watched this whole entire live, you know that we watched this presser in full at the beginning and then read the affidavit and played this back multiple times, but didn't listen to the presser. We were just watching the walk.
Relationship is maybe a stepmother to Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher.
Maybe a stepmother.
And 53.
Listen again.
When those this is the third arrest in this case. Just to recap, back on December 23rd, Leon Valley PD reported that Savanah and Matthew Guetta were reported missing to their jurisdiction. On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance. When those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guetta. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing. Since then, our homicide unit has done an outstanding job in following this case. They followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance video, which led them to these arrests that were made. On January 3rd, we made two arrests, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. There was a lot of information on social media that there was a third individual involved. Our homicide detectives were aware of that. However, we were looking for enough probable cause to make that arrest and to present the best case forward to the DA's office. Today, that happened. They were able to develop enough evidence to charge 47-year-old Myrta Romanos, that's MYRTA RAMANOS. She is believed to be, I'm not sure exactly what the relationship is, but maybe a stepmother to Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher. She is being charged with 3 felonies. The first one being alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, which is a second-degree felony. She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony, and a third charge, tampering with evidence. Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon in that truck. At this time, I'll take any questions that you might have.
Returning to the home with
Excuse me?
Christopher and Ramon
Right,
in
that
that truck.
tampering with evidence, from what we understand, she stated that was her gun. So we do know that that was her weapon.
And do they believe they were killed in that home? And what was the mother or the stepmom's role in
I'm not sure exactly where. We haven't released any of that information. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but we do know she was involved in helping get rid of the evidence concerning those bodies.
On the third, you guys were under the impression that there were.
That's a good question, Kelly.
That there were 2 suspects that were arrested.
No, our homicide detectives were aware early on in the investigation that there wasn't a third person involved. We know that from the video surveillance when there is that towel that's everyone's talked about being thrown. At that time, we just didn't have enough evidence to say that that was Miss Mirta Romanos. But like I said, since then, they've developed enough evidence from surveillance video from the home showing her.
It opens a casket with the intent to commit an act described in subdivision, commits abuse of a corpse, is a level 6 felony. That's what I'm looking at when examples of abuse of a corpse. Disenters, disturbs, damages, dissects in whole or in part, carries away or treats in an offensive manner a human corpse, conceals a human corpse, knowing it to be illegally. Now, sells or buys a human corpse or any way. There's multiple different definitions here for it.
Leaving with the 2, she gets into that truck, and then when they return to the home, it's her, Christopher, and Ramon in that truck.
Had she called you guys in the past week to come to the house at all? Because I know there's been some reports of vandalism there.
I'm not aware of any of that.
As of right now, are you under the impression there are any more suspects?
At this time, we're confident that there's no more suspects. At this time, we're confident that these were the 3 individuals that were involved in this case.
Bing bang. This is connected somehow to a larger crime ring or anything like that.
No, we don't have any information to lead us to believe that. We do know that there was, I guess, a transaction earlier in that night. What happened and transpired was Matthew Guetta and Savanah were killed.
Okay, so we watched this presser earlier, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to hop off for a little bit, but listen, I'm about to get offline for a little bit, but I'm going to be back online. I'm going to be back streaming again later on tonight, like I usually have been doing. I wasn't going to come on earlier but I had just woke up. Within 5 minutes, I hopped on. So if you caught this stream, we went over the affidavit. We watched the whole entire presser. We had multiple conversations, multiple call-ins. Now, listen to me before you guys leave. On the community tab, I'm going to post what are we talking about on tonight's topic. Make sure you go vote. I will be paying attention to the polls on the community tab. Look for it to be out within the next 10 minutes. I'm about to make the poll. It'll be up. Thank you guys for coming by on this stream. I will be seeing you guys tonight for sure. I will be live. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So make sure that you pull up. We got a lot to talk about. We're not done yet. I love you guys. I'm going to go get some food and ramp up for tonight's live. So I will see you guys there. Shout out to everybody who came by, everybody who called in. I appreciate you guys' input and being a voice in the community. That's what I do this for. So shout out to you guys for making the Rep Game Family Channel everything that it is. Love you guys. I am out.
He goes by T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rep game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will let up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifest invested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned, it's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance by them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life in